let's start there. So let's load the game and get back into it. Once again, welcome everyone to Monday stream. Hope you're having a nice Monday, and welcome back to Soul Reaver Remastered. In fact, here, let's talk to the thing.
Centuries past, your brother Dumah retreated
Dumas
into Nosgoth's northern wilderness. Empowered by the gift of Rahab's sower, seek out his mountain stronghold.
You said northern wilderness, mountain, okay.
These frozen wastes have mysteries yet to disclose.
We're heading towards the mountains. Heading north, frozen wastelands. Now, of course, we, again, just got the ability to swim. I think when we wrapped up the last dungeon, we got some kind of note that said, return to the place where Kain, like, cast you down, basically, into the abyss. And I think I might know what that's referring to. I think I might know what that abyss he's referring to could be. Because, like, I don't know if well, it might be fairly easy to reach from here specifically. If I were to just follow this path, I think I might know where that is. However, I do want to go back for a couple of things. For one, there was a couple of water areas I very distinctly remember by the Silence Cathedral. Let's pop by those real quick. Pop by the Silence Cathedral entrance, which is, I think what this is here. And yeah, there was like some water areas that kind of caught my eye. Oh, all right. I guess I'm technically in the spirit realm right now. Yeah, we got the what was it called? The fire glyph last time. Can't actually use it right now because I don't have the juice for it. That was our first medallion, our first glyph, which I've been informed are truly optional. We don't need them, but they are nice to have. They're nice to have. By the way, anybody curious what I'm slurping on right now? We got a Diet Coke. It's one of like the little baby Diet Cokes for babies. Gracie likes to get the 10 packs for these from the grocery store. Nice little once a day treat. But she had one the other day where she cracked it open, took like a sip or two, and then put it in the fridge and just forgot about it. And of course, like, you know, a beverage, a caffeinated beverage sits in the fridge for, you know, like a day or two. It's gonna lose a lot of its carbonation. She was kind of like, I don't know if I'm really that excited about it, but I'm over here like, I mean, I'll put it to use. It's a nice little bonus bevy for Alex, a little bonus treat. Because we deserve nice things. We deserve nice treats. So, bloop. So this is an area I've yet to pop into. I think it's cute that they gave us the ability to swim after they give us the ability to climb. We still need to use the ability to climb. I mean, is it possible you could do things out of order? Probably not, honestly. I don't think this is the kind of game where you can really sequence break things very easily. We get a couple things. What's this? Okay, so I know what the health thing is. What's this guy? Can I eat? Is this a thing where... Oh, you know, I think I understand. Maybe the idea is if I use the... I mean, I guess... Here, let's try it now. Let's try it right now. How do you do it? Oh, that refills you, doesn't it? So if I use this thing and then walk over it, boing, it refills you. I see. Yeah. Oh, or rather... Oh, it gives you one. It gives you one of them. Okay, I got it. So yeah, they did say use it sparingly because we don't have very many uses of it. It takes a while to regain said uses. Okay, well now I know. Let's check the other side of the water. Have I killed the spider boss or the meat slug fella? So I killed the dude that was in the Silence Cathedral. He gave us the ability to climb. And he was kind of a spider guy, kind of, sort of. He was like, actually, here, I'll show you exactly what it looked like, because that was the guy I posted in the Discord, in the Go Live message. So this guy, killed this guy. This is the guy at the end of the Silence Cathedral. Of course, that's the remastered version of him. But yeah, he was attached to the wall. He had like kind of sort of spiderly legs. He kind of had spiderly legs. And you had to, like, he would poop out the little spider eggs. You had to, from his little demon cloaca, You had to grab the eggs, light them on fire, and toss it at his ass. So we killed him. We killed him, and we killed Fish Lad. Fish Lad was... I'm trying to remember the names of these guys. Because the dude that we fought there, that was... I can't remember. I can't remember the names. And then we killed last time the fish guy. That was... I can't remember the names of any of the guys because I'm an old boomer. I'm a fucking boomer, and I'm like, are you enjoying your legacy of Kains and your Soul Reavers? I can't remember the names of the characters because I'm fucking hopeless. Ow. Yes, get them. Get their shit out of here. Get your shit. Remove it, please. Remove it from the premises. Please. Please. Yeah, go to the next one. That's right. And if that's right. And the fish guy. So that's why we have the ability to swim right now. Because killing the fish guy gives us the ability to swim. Otherwise, I would not be in as comfortable position when it comes to the swimifications. So yeah, fish guy gave us the ability to swim. Spider guy gave us the ability to climb. Spider guy was the end of the Silence Cathedral, which took a long time to beat. That was a tough fight, or not a tough fight, but a long dungeon. And then fighting the fish lad, that was the end of the Drowned Abbey. The Drowned Abbey was the fish guy. That dungeon was a lot shorter, and that boss was real short. But finding our way out of there took a lot longer. What is this? Oh, did I just stumble upon the exact place we needed to go? The Guardian fella. We fought them once before. Rahab. Rahab was the fish lad. Thank you. Thank you, Frax. What's up, Frax? Good to see you. Yeah, Rahab and... Fuck, I can't remember the names of any of these characters, though. I mean, I blanked on Raziel's name earlier. It's Raziel, right, with a Z. I'm guessing I must have thrown this down here. It's like, what's this doing down here? You're not supposed to go here yet? Yeah. I mean, it wouldn't shock me if, like, I'm allowed to pop in, but, yeah, can't do too much. That would not shock me. I'll go up in a second. I'm gonna go down here. See where this hole leads. I'm always down to follow a enticing-looking hole. Find an enticing-looking hole. How can you resist the temptations? Oh, teleport. Oh, teleport. Good stuff. Good stuff. So pray tell, what is this place? This is Sunlight Glyph. Wait, Sunlight Glyph? Oh, that's kind of cool. So there are teleport locations for certain glyphs. Now, we got the fire glyph last time, but I don't think that there was a teleport location specifically for the fire glyph. Oh, I'm full of shit. There's one right there. There's also one called force glyph. Well, slap my testicles and call me Sally. Apparently, I've known about the locations of these things for quite some time. The force glyph is back that way. We can maybe look around for that. We can maybe look around for the force glyph. We, of course, have the fire one already. So, alright. So, well, let's continue sniffing. Also, I did something. Time to save. Alex did a thing. Save game. Yep. Yep. So you can do stuff here. Okay, cool. Yeah. So we'll just see how far we can tug on this thread. I'm gonna guess this probably is not gonna be the primary area that we're seeking out, though, because we know that. Well, at least I'm pretty sure we got the voiceover last time that said, now that you can swim, you want to head back to the area where Kain cast you down into the abyss. Or from the abyss, I guess. Like, there was like these, like, abyssal waters, I think is the idea. I think there was, like, a bridge. It kind of feels familiar to me. We would have seen it in the intro sequence. I might be limited in... Oh, actually, no, I can make that jump. Okay. So I think I'll know these things when I see them. I'll know them when I see them. Climb on that guy. I see him, though. Bonk. Oh my god, did one hit really make him stunned? Oh my god. It's pitiful. Oh, I can't go over there and finish his ass. I thought those guys could have, like, a range attack. Whoop. There we go. Goes up there. Can I knock him in the water? Yep. See you later. Ah! Jesus fucking Christ. You killed me. Good. Not that I need the health. I just want to consume his soul for funsies, as a treat. Of course, I've got the fire ability. You got your save corrupted, Frax? Oh, that's a pain. I guess that's yet another incentive, perhaps, to stagger the saves. Like, if you have, like, a bunch of save slots, like the... Well, I don't know if the original had this. The remaster has a bajillion save slots I can use. And I make full use of them. I've yet to override a single save, so I stagger them to help in case I softlock something like we saw last time, or to help with this kind of spot. But yeah, I that was a lesson I've learned once before, where it's like where I had something get corrupted with another game I was playing, and yeah, I remember somebody saying, yeah, it's like you want to do, if it's an option at least, is to stagger the saves. Not every game has multiple save slots, or if they do, you might have like, you know, maybe 2 or 3, like not a ton maybe. This game, at least the remaster, has a billion of them. Like some games have like 8 save slots, which is great, but this one has like a whole bunch. So I'm making full use. Full use. Was it the OG Frax where you were playing it, where the save got corrupted? Because I've never heard of or at least I've heard very little. Oh, nice. I've heard very little of like console games having their saves get corrupted. I mean, I guess it's one thing if like the player had turned the console off while the game was saving, or there was a power outage while the game was saving, that kind of thing. Or if they were playing like the Windows version. I know there was a Windows port for this game well before the remaster was ever a thing. I love how it's just a one-shot kill against these guys. That's sick. Sick as hell. Never been able to do a stealth kill. Like a stealth execution kill. Now, I don't know if there's stealth execution kills necessarily, but I assume that there is, like, the game I remember at one point told us about, like, sneaking up against somebody. Yeah, so I could see that where, yeah, if it was like the window, like the original Windows port of the game. Yeah, like if, you know, if like Windows was being weird, if your computer had some kind of snafu, I could see that. Do that. Oh, you were playing the remaster version. Okay, yeah. Can I ask Frax what happened that made the remaster poop out on you? Because that's seems very unusual. Granted, I know there have been some bug fixes after the game first launched. So I guess if you were playing it when it first launched, maybe that would explain what potentially went down there. But that's a pain in the butt. We got Hive over on YouTube. What's up, Hive? We're playing more Soul Reaver, baby. Soul Reaver 1. Remaster of Soul Reaver 1. But general reminder, I should be toggling every so often so we get that OG experience. Look at that. OG graphics, the whole deal. There we go. So you got some weird glitches. Frax, I gotcha. I will show the cutscenes in full HD beauty. Because I like the cutscenes. Well, not that it's like that exciting, but it's all in engine. Of course, there was the pre-rendered intro, which was great. Loved that. Yeah, generally speaking, if there's like some kind of cutscene thing, I'll do it for realsies. Yeah, Frank says they were seeing like some weird like graphics and shit, or glitches rather, some weird glitches and that kind of thing. Yeah, that is sometimes how it goes. So yeah, you were having like some weird glitches, something moved that shouldn't have, right? And then you saved, that was when it pooped out. I gotcha. Unfortunate situation. Get the quick snipe on his ass like that. Get his ass. One of those things up yonder. Let me just give you the suck. Really loving having this fire projectile that can just kill any, maybe not anything, but kill these dudes at least in one hit. Can I get the suck? Again, not that I need it. Not that I need it. Looks very, very deliberate. Like that is there for something in particular. Oddly enough, the graphics for that one object are completely unchanged, which is kind of fun. If I drop, oh, this is not a drop down. This is a door. Got a door right there. Yeah, so it like loads and crashes. Yeah, so corrupt the save. That's a bummer. That's a bummer, Hive. Yeah. Was this somewhat recent, or was this a while ago? Because I'm hoping that if this was an issue that has been discovered by the common public, hopefully it's been addressed by the developer. Whatever that is, I can't quite reach it just yet. Hive says, do you prefer YouTube or Twitch chat? I mean, I say, you know, whatever is most convenient for viewers. I mean, I know some folks prefer Twitch, some folks prefer YouTube as far as like watching streams. I mean, the nice thing, of course, about YouTube is that it's really easy to rewind the stream footage, like the stream video, that is. Like we try to rewind the stream video and go like right back to where you just were, and like if there was something you missed, like that part's really easy. On Twitch it's a little bit trickier, a little bit more of a convoluted process, but on Twitch I feel like the chat experience is a little bit easier for most viewers, at least. So there, you know, there's trade-offs. It just kind of comes down to what is a higher priority for you as a viewer. I mean, gun to my head, force me to pick one, I would probably lean towards Twitch, just because that is where most other folks are anyway. So it's convenient in that sense. But I mean, the nice thing is I have a shared chat application. You can probably see above my head the chat messages that pop up. There's like a little preview. There's like a chat preview that shows in like a quick summary, at least, what each person is saying. Now, of course, in the Twitch chat window, it only shows the Twitch chat messages. But for me, at least, I have all messages, or I can see all messages. Yeah, like that one right there. Actually, I see that. I see that YouTube actually is not showing up in the shared chat. Maybe maybe my face is covering some of it. Shared chat should be showing everything. Well, maybe I'm full of shit. Supposed to say, here we go. It is bot. YouTube equals true. Yep. Yeah, so it should be showing the messages. There we go. Now it's showing. Yeah. It was being kind of wonky at first. I feel like I had to click it for it to appear on my end, at least. But yeah, like I said though, I'm not picky. I'm not picky. I'm happy to have people in any capacity, however they want to watch, wherever they want to watch. I'm just happy to have people chilling. I'm never going to be in a position to be picky. So it was right when it first came out. Frox, yeah, I gotcha. Because if it was the 1.0, I know there've been some bug fixes. So it's a shame that you got kind of caught up in that. You got caught in that mess. Like, this is the thanks you get for being an early adopter, right? An early purchaser. That's always the risk, of course. An achievement for blocking their telekinesis. And I blast his ass. I'm really enjoying this projectile. The way as a means of decimating these fools, these foolish fools. I can climb on that shit, on that ish. And so that's the downside. You know, we've had that before when I stream a game the day it launches. We've had that before where like the game is super hype, but then you get into it, you go, ooh man, there's a lot of bugs, there's a lot of issues, or like the balancing is less than ideal. And then after a day or two, you know, the developer starts to address these things, and that's all well and good. But by that point, you've already had that first impression. So being an early adopter means, yeah, there can be some downside, of course. Again, I guess we want to knock this down. There we go. If I had to guess... Oh, never mind. I was going to say if I had to guess, I maybe need to stand on that to be able to reach the switch. But maybe I have to, like, block something. Maybe there's something I have to block. Every dimension on the block. Like a vent or something like that. Let's go ahead and yank it and see what happens. Oh, rotate. Okay. Okay, so then... what if we have to block this thing? Unless we want it to spin. Yeah, look at that. Like now, yeah, the flames were going where they earlier, were they? I don't think they were. Here, let's oh, there we go. So that confirms that we want this thing to be presumably working constantly. Go ahead and yoink this thing in there. Oh, right, except what we have to do, I see what they're saying. Yank it to start it up. And the Rolling Stones taught us, once you start me up, I'll never stop. That's right. I did see that one, Farsight. That was very delightful. It was very delightful. I mean, that's the kind of juvenile humor that I respond to, clearly. Kind of dumbass shit that I'm all about. We good? We good. So that should keep the flames on, keep the lights on for a bit. Thing up here with the lights being on? Nope. Don't actually know what that does. I mean, other than light the torches, which is neat. There we go. Back to the PS1 version. That's right, yeah. And yeah, Hive, you're exactly right. Yeah, so this was a PS1 game originally. It was ported to the Dreamcast. It was also ported to Windows. In fact, on Steam and on Good Old Games, on GOG, you can still, I think you can still purchase the original Windows port. Fucking blasted his ass. There we go. Yeah, those lights are on. So, which means, you know, you would lose some of the modern sensibilities. You would lose widescreen support. You obviously would lose the remastered visuals, obviously. Which, I'm toggling back and forth. Every once in a while, I'll do one to the other. Oh, here we go. This thing's on. That's kind of cool. So, there's some things you lose, but also you maintain the true authenticity of the original experience, for better or for worse. Also, the remaster has a map. And a compass. Oh, I guess the compass only shows... Oh, never mind. No, I was looking the wrong area. Yeah, so the compass in the top left. So, yeah, there are certain things you would lose, like going back to like the original port. But again, that's the original vision, as the original developers intended. As the founding developers intended. Yep. Anything up here? So, yeah, we can like get up to this thing here, but I don't know what the purpose of this thing is. Maybe we have to like, looks like it's a light prism. Maybe we have to, because there's like a lighthouse over there now. Maybe we have to shine. Oh no, I lost the thing. Maybe we have to shine the lighthouse light into that prism. Woo! And that means I lost my cool fire launcher projectile weapon. Using a map, ew, gross. Well, the thing about the map is that it only has so much utility to it, because if I use the map here, it's like, it tells you the location you're at, it tells you what collectibles there are, which ones you found, which ones remain. That part's nice, but it's not like the kind of thing where it's like I start moving and it shows me moving around inside the universe. It just tells you where are you right now in the world, but it doesn't show you like, here's how you can get to the exit, here's this door you missed. It's not that kind of map, it's limited in what it can tell you. So it's still useful, it's still nice, but it's not like a, it's not like a Skyrim, like Bethesda kind of thing where it's like, oh, I have the whole dungeon mapped out for me. Not quite like this, obviously. Or not like that is. So yeah, some games, they give you a map, it kind of removes some of the thinking. It kind of removes some of the spice. Bam! I think this one, adding the map, the nice thing really is that it tells you the names of the locations. Because when you're looking at the teleports, at the warp, like the waypoints, it'll show you the glyph, but that doesn't necessarily tell you, like, what is that thing that you're looking at. So, like, when I'm looking at this icon on the map, or this icon, or the Sans Cathedral, like, we don't know necessarily what the names of these places are. So this is the map. Looking at the map is a nice way to say the glyph. This glyph icon maps to this name on the map, so I know where I'm teleporting to. So if I know I'm looking for the Silence Cathedral and I don't remember it's the claw thing, I can confirm on the map conveniently. And also earlier when they were saying, oh yes, the area you're looking for is north of the Human Citadel, or not Human Citadel, of the Seraphon Tomb, and it was north of the Seraphon Tomb because it was the Drowned Abbey. We started at the Seraphim Tomb and kind of explored around. We eventually found where we needed to go. But knowing, like, where north is, relatively, would be kind of hard in the original. So, anything here specifically? Yeah, there's that kind of triangle fella. Wouldn't shock me if there was something we don't have yet. Need to activate. Yeah, let's see if there's like some way to maybe like get into that lighthouse area. That wouldn't. I would be willing to bet that's probably what we need. I think there was maybe one other door we didn't check earlier. Go back and see. It is twerking right now. It do be twerking. Blonk. Jedi Outcast 2. I love Jedi Outcast 2. I really love Jedi Academy. Jedi Academy was my shit back in the day. But yeah, Outcast 1 and 2. 2 in particular, Jedi Knight. Or no, it was Jedi Knight, Jedi Outcast. Yeah, so Jedi Knight 2, Jedi Outcast, yeah. Yeah, with Kyle Katarn. I love that shit. I love those games. Love those games. But yeah, you're right though. Some parts of Jedi Outcast in particular is quite labyrinthian. I never had too many issues with Jedi Academy, but yeah, some of those levels in Outcast take a while to figure out. Take a while. Grab that, so I'm topped off on my what do you call them? On my medallion uses. Well, if I do my job right, might be about to find another one. Another medallion, another glyph. Elemental glyph. Is there anything else around here before I commit to going that one? There we go. Yeah, Academy's the good shit. That's right, man. That's right. Trying to figure out where to go is a little bit tricky. I mean, I like the story. I like the story of Jedi Outcast, but yeah, for my money, Jedi Academy is the game I very much jived with more. Good fucking game. Blam. We got Aleph in the house, by the way. What's up, Aleph? Good to see you, buddy. Says, got that Bruce Springsteen concert. Dude, I've heard his concerts are so good. I've never seen Springsteen live. And I'm a pretty big Springsteen enjoyer. I'm not like a mega fan, but I have a number of his albums. So I'm definitely a huge enjoyer. Nebraska. Nebraska is an album that, like, has stuck with me. Most people, when they think Bruce Springsteen, they think Born to Run, they think Born in the USA, Pomp and Circumstance. But, dude, Nebraska, it's stripped down, like, impoverished energy to it. Just desperate. The desperation in that album. Incredible. Incredible piece of art right there. Yeah, Academy. Yeah, it is also a bit of an easier game. It's a little bit easier. But, yeah, I love it. I love that game. And the multiplayer was great. I spent many a long hour back in the day doing the lightsaber duels. Blast his hands like that. Yeah. Doing the lightsaber duels in Jedi Academy. Like, not even like only the duels, but I mean, that was the part that a lot of us really jived with. And of course, everyone online, all the like pros only use the strong stance with the single saber. The single saber strong stance, that's what all the kiddies wanted to use. And it's no denying, like, one hit with the strong stance, you were fucking dead. But I had a lot more fun using the staff and the dual sabers. Even though it was, like, you know, competitively not as good, not as viable, I still had a lot of fun with them in the multiplayer duels. Yeah, it's a fun game, man. But even the single player is still really good. The single player is good. Aleph, was it a long concert? I've heard he puts on a long fucking show. Heard he puts on a good but very long show. And I've also heard that, like, this tour in particular, he's really put out all the stops. Like, unafraid to go to, like, get political. And, I mean, he's been a fairly outspoken person in many ways for sure. But I feel like his concerts usually played it fairly safe. But it still feels like he's emboldened now. He's like, I don't give a fuck. Because, I mean, let's be real. He's not getting any younger. Who knows how many more tours he's got in him. So I think he's trying to see this as like a, you know, like, let's freaking have some fun with this, because we here for a good time, not a long time, perhaps. So I applaud it. Ow. That. Ow. Damn it. This is him exacting revenge after I was like range attacking the shit out of these guys earlier. This is my my comeuppance. Yeah, the story, the pacing, yeah. I mean, it's you know, it's Kyle Katarn's journey. Kyle Katarn as a character, I think, is more interesting than the protagonist of Jedi Academy. I mean, for one thing, it's cool that there's like character customization. You get to choose, you know, is it a guy or a girl? You get to choose the race of your character and choose the aesthetic. Like that part's cool, but yeah, I feel like the Jaden as a, I think that was the guy's name, right? Jaden as a protagonist is just kind of okay as a character, whereas Kyle is a much more interesting character. And also the thing about Kyle Katarn is that that's like the third or fourth game featuring him prominently in the Jedi Knight series. Well, and Dark Forces / Jedi Knight. So yeah, I guess it was like, I guess by that point it was like 4 or 5 games. So by that point you've got all this backstory with Kyle. And even if you have never played Dark Forces 1 and 2 and Jedi Knight 1, you know, you don't have to have played those games to be able to appreciate Jedi Outcast, but like, yeah, if you've played it or any of them, you know, you have that backstory that you can, like, as a player can kind of appreciate. And even if you've never played them, the game makes all these references and call-outs and character appearances that are from those older games. So even if you've never played them, the fact that there is this backstory kind of gives everything a bit more weight. Whereas Jaden, that's a one and done. We gotta get this thing spinning probably. Or if I could climb up yonder. Do the climby boys. What if I do this? Ah, there we go. There we go. Anything else back here before I commit? I take a looky-ookie. How convenient. It dips down. It dips down devilishly. Yeah, very good game. Yeah. Played some songs off the river. Good one. Good stuff. Good stuff. Non-stop. No, what's it called? No, intermission. Aleph, that's impressive. Yeah, talk shit on Trump. Good. I'm fucking here for it, baby. I'm fucking here for it. Talk that shit, Bruce. Go for it, baby. I love it. Yeah, that makes me happy. Yeah, not exactly subtle. Not exactly subtle, yeah. Played non-stop for 3 hours. Bro is not getting any younger, and he still is pulling all the steps. I mean, Springsteen's concerts, I think, have generally been fairly self-indulgent in their length. But I'm all about it, baby. All about it. Kind of hard to recommend, too. Well, I mean, easy. The difficulty is one thing, but you kind of nailed it, though, Hive. Like, difficulty is one thing, but the game is, like, kind of frustrating in how labyrinthine some of the levels are. And they, not even labyrinthine, but, like, there's, like, some levels that are kind of bullshit. Because when I played through it, I was like, well, this is cool, but, like, there's moments where it's like, this is a bit much. A bit scummy, where it's like you make one mistake. Like, weren't there, like, some stealth sequences? There were, like, stealth sequences, and you had to, like, if the guy catches you, you have to restart the save, or if you fall, yeah, platforming sequences, if you fall once, you have to restart the whole thing. It's like, there's some moments where it's like, oh, this is kind of lame. So it's not, a difficulty is one thing, but also just stuff that's, like you said, it's kind of hard to recommend, because it maybe hasn't aged the bestliest. Is it still cool, though? It's like, it's still a vibe. It's absolutely still a vibe. I welcome it. I'll be there, baby. I'll be there. That's awesome, man. Yeah, I didn't play Dark Forces. Yeah, I've played all of them. I've played every single one. And some of them are incredible. I think Dark Forces 1 it's a good game. It's a bit long on the tooth, I think. It's a little bit long on the tooth, but it's a good game. I like it. It's a worthwhile game. If you enjoy Doom, like original Doom, you know, the old school shit, and you like Star Wars, it's a good recommendation, but there are some sequences in that game that are kind of lame or kind of overstay their welcome. Oh wait, is that a switch? It is. Fill her up, big dog. All right. All right. What I maybe should have done was move these blocks around. Yeah, I need to, like, do some connecting of sorts. Might look around a little bit more. There we go. Yo, what's up, Meerkat? By the way, Meerkat, if you're down, we can do your MS Paint Redemption right now, my dudes. We can do that thing. Oh, shnikes. We can make it happen. In fact, I've left your message unviewed. So I have not revealed your message to my eyeballs. Your message's nudity has not been exposed to my eyeballs. My eyeballs are still virginal to whatever it is you have sent me for the MS Paint challenge. So I have no heckin' clue what awaits my eyeball-ussy. My eye-bussy, if you will. Let's see if I can, like, climb on these. Yeah, it seems like these are, yeah, it's like you just kind of go through them. Not like a wall climb. That can allow us to get up here, at least. Grab this guy. Yeah, maybe what I needed to do, what I need to do. See what I can kind of direct around. Oh, yeah. Sliding. Oh, by the way, sliding block puzzle, baby. Sliding blocks, baby. Oh, shit. Everybody gangster to the sliding block motherfucking puzzle enters the motherfucking chat. Holy titty slapping tits. Yeah, it's too hard and confusing. Yeah, it takes some dedication for sure. For sure. Quick saving? Oh yeah. Yeah, no question. No question. We have to use all of them? I'm guessing we have to use all of them, probably. Probably. We definitely need at least one corner piece. Hey girl, let me slide in them blocky puzzle boys. Slide that shit in. Yeah, we definitely need the one corner piece. I think we have to rotate everything, basically. Chunk chunk. Kind of do that in an awkward way. Open. And kabam. Yep. Actually, that one, because this is the corner piece, right? Corner piece. So this one is fine as it is. Gotta get it. Just gotta slide it. Slide it right into position, baby. Yeah. Yeah, Aleph was at the show last night. Said he said it was a very good time. Meerkat, are you a Springsteen enjoyer? I know not everybody is. Not everybody is. And I know not literally everybody in New Jersey is. But I sure like to think that most of them are. I like to think that most New Jerseyans, even if they don't love his music, they acknowledge, like, bro, he is an ambassador for our culture. It is a thing to embrace. Thing to appreciate. He's literally me.png. There you go. Yeah, no, I'm an enjoyer. I'm an enjoyer. I mean, I think he's a good songwriter. I really do. Is he like the best singer on the planet? I mean, I don't. I think his singing is in service of the songs. I think his singing is fine in service of the songs, but like, you know, like because I know that's a sticking point for some people. They go, oh, I can't stand the boss's vocals, but like, I don't know. I think it's good. It gets the job done. I think he's a very good songwriter, legitimately. Oh my god, I think I keep rotating it back. Here, let's do this. Let's do this. Yeah, I'm making it way too hard for myself. Just do this. No fanciness required. Do a couple rotation stations. We're all set, baby. Alright, so now I bet we're all good. Load me up, Big Daddy. Pump me full of juice. Pump the water right into me. Pump the liquid into me. Bad singers can have emotions in their vocals. Yeah, I mean, that was the whole thing about what Brian Eno was said for years about music in particular, is that, you know, the limitations of a style of music can bring innovation, can bring a unique form of expressiveness. You know, the distortion of a guitar from getting from an amplifier of getting too much power to distort a guitar's tone gives us, you know, metal and rock and roll, the bumps and grooves of a vinyl record give it that warmth, that ambience. He said how the straining of a blues singer's vocals lend itself to the heartbreak and anguish that the singer is feeling. So yeah, to that point, you know, rock and roll and music in general doesn't have to be clean. It can be a little dirty. We can have a little grunge. We can have a little goop. We can have a little bit of imperfection to the music, and that is not a bad thing. It's subjective, obviously, because yeah, some people really love Bruce Springsteen's vocals, others really don't like it. I think his singing is fine. I will admit, when it comes to like less than perfect singers, I'll say it. I'm gonna say it. I don't love Bob Dylan. I'm sorry. I know. That's a controversial take. I have to be very careful to whomst I say that in front of. That has gotten me in trouble in the past. Oh, I can't go through there. That has gotten me in trouble in the past. I'm not saying that I hate him. I'm not saying that he's garbage. I'm not saying that he's a terrible musician. I think he's a great songwriter. But I don't love his singing. And it kinda is a deal breaker for me. That's the thing. It's like, you know, there are singers and artists where I go, well, you know, I don't love the singing, but I can roll with it. Like Geddy Lee from Rush. All right, Geddy Lee. Do I love his singing? Do I love the singing? I don't love his vocals. I don't love Geddy's vocals. Do I hate them, or are they a deal breaker? Absolutely not. I fucking love Rush's music, and even if I don't love Geddy's vocals, I can't really see anybody else singing them. I can't really see anybody other than Geddy Lee singing Rush's songs. So, do I love his vocals? Not really, but at the same time, it's kind of the vibe. It's kind of like you just roll with it. Whereas Bob Dylan, I love when other people sing his songs. I love when people do Bob Dylan covers, and then when I hear him sing, I hear the original, I go, ooh. So, yeah, I don't love Bob Dylan, and I really don't love his singing. But I think he's a good songwriter. Yeah, his voice, yeah. Let ugly people do music again, yeah. Well, I mean, you know, history has been full of those for sure, and I like to think, at least, that there is some maybe not Hollywood-ready artists out there. I mean, a lot of them are very much Hollywood-ready, and that is a thing that is still, for sure, a function that has been ushered because of, you know, MTV. MTV was the first cultural milestone to kind of nudge us into that visuals are important part of music. You know, how the artist looks on camera, you know, is a big deal. And it hasn't stopped being a big deal. But I like to think that there's still room for the artist that is maybe not a supermodel necessarily, right? I like to think there's room for that. Now, I remember it was not that long ago when I was... Oh, wait. I need to get back in. I don't have a conduit out here. It wasn't that long ago where I started to... Again, there was that quote from Brian Eno that I mentioned, or I guess it's a series of quotes, I kind of paraphrase there, talking about, how, like, the limitation of some kind of musical performance or medium or art form can bring something fresh to the table. And I thought that was really cool. And I still think it's really cool. Oh, there's an opening. I see it now. I still think it's really cool. And it was around that time where I started to... I like to think gain a better appreciation for music. And I guess art in general that could be considered ugly. Ugly art as a concept. Ugly music where it doesn't have to be pretty. It doesn't have to be, squeaky clean. That's acceptable. By the way, I see I've made a weird situation for myself. How the fuck do I get the hell out of here? Is it a matter of timing when there's like an opening like right there? Oh shit. Is that what I need to do there? I can't jump up top, I don't think. Maybe there was another way out over here that I didn't consider. Let's go back. There's something else this way that I haven't considered. Brr. Sniff around a little bit. Nothing here, obviously. I'm wondering if there's another path I could have used to exit, because I don't know if I can go out that same way. Neil Young's a good singer. Yeah, yeah, not a bad voice. Neil Young's an interesting one, because I think that's a songwriter I fucking adore. I love Neil Young's vocals. Well, no, it's not true. I really like his songs. I love Neil Young's songs. And I appreciate Neil Young's vocals. I don't blame anybody when they say they don't like his singing, because he's a little bit of an unusual singer. His singing voice is maybe a little bit unusual and non-standard. I'm a fan. I'm a Neil Young, like, big Neil Young fan, and I'm the biggest fan of his songs, of him as a songwriter. But yeah, I think I would agree though, as a singer, I think he's pretty good. But his singing style is not for everybody necessarily. So yeah, I fault nobody when they go like, kind of like when other people sing songs. Like, that's fair. There's been some very good covers of his music over the years, so I get that. Yeah, I can't quite grab on that. Yeah, I'm just looking for any sort of other paths to follow. Now, just so I'm clear. Yeah, we did have that switch, obviously. Was there anything else back this way? Okay. I thought maybe there was, like, something cool this way. Yeah, risk taking. Yeah, there's a boldness to it for sure. It takes guts. It takes guts to put yourself out there like that. You know, it's one thing to be a songwriter and write songs for other people, but yeah, it's boldness to say, you know what? I'm gonna sing that shit. Am I the best singer? No, I'm not. Am I gonna fucking do it? Hell yeah. Hell yeah, I'm gonna do it. There's some ugly in the music. Yeah, like, yeah, the first time I really grappled with that was listening to King Crimson. King Crimson has songs that are beautiful, like I Talk to the Wind and Epitaph, songs that are, like, you know, tragic and heartbreaking. And then you have ugly ass music, like the majority of the stuff that's on Thrack, which is, you know, borders on industrial. And I've never really been a huge industrial guy. Like, there's a bunch of, like, genres that could be considered ugly I've never really identified with. But yeah, there's been a number of King Crimson songs that I've started to go like, oh, I kind of like how this makes my brain feel a little. Like, is it, you know, is it melodic? Is it pleasant? Not really. But is there, like, something to it that is undeniable? Is there some kind of, like, draw to it that in its atonal madness that I find myself kind of drifting towards? And the answer is yes. What I find a lot of times, especially with King Crimson, is I like when, if there's a song that's kind of ugly, if there's music that's kind of ugly, I like it when there's something kind of holding it together. I like it when, and that was actually kind of cool when they had the two drummer setup with King Crimson in their 90s tour. When they had the double trio setup, they had two guitarists, two bassists, and two drummers, and that meant that, you know, in their extended instrumental sequences, one drummer could hold things down, keep things going, and kind of in a predictable pattern, and the other guy could get weird. The other guy could be like an interloper doing weird shit, and having, like, one part of the band holding it together and keeping things fairly predictable gives the listener a nice anchor to, like, have like as a basis to be like, all right, well, I can appreciate what's going on here, and I can follow what's happening to some degree. But then, like, the rest of the band can get real fucky, so you can venture off into La La Land, have this, like, this sonic weirdness happening. But if you get lost in the song, if you find yourself, you know, getting, you know, trying to keep track of, like, the rhythm, that kind of thing, keep track of where the beat is, you have, like, a little consistent point to stick with. So usually, if Bill Bruford is getting weird with his rhythms, and Robert Fripp is going on this in his soundscapes, and Adrian Belew is doing some weird, he's fucking doing the power drill and the guitar shit, you know, you still have Tony and Pat holding the rhythm section down and keeping things somewhat consistent, or at least somewhat, like, you have a North Star. You have a North Star you can come back to. I don't know how to get the fuck out of here, man. I'm I'm scared. It's scary. Oh! Okay, well, okay, you just jump. Okay. Because I'm like trying to push through. Okay, there it is. You just had to jump. Might as well jump. It was that simple. Goddamn. Goddamn, it really was that simple. What the hell? Because I was trying to push through. I guess like when you're pushing the animation like wouldn't let me. Yeah, just go forward. Yeah, it's like I would try like to do this. Yeah, but it would keep pushing me back. I was like, what am I doing? What am I doing wrong? I think the idea is you have to jump past. It's like the polygons don't fully line up. Okay, well, no, they line up there. I don't know, man. So it's clearly very persnickety, and the way you do it is just jump. Just do the jump. Yep. Okay, well, jump better. Jump in a better way. Jump in a more gooder way. Yep. There we go. So that's the way to do it. Ah, is that enough? Not quite, not quite. Is there a conduit out here, though? Not, goddammit. Go all the way back. This part's a little bit tricky. Whoop, shit, wrong button. A little bit tricksy. And... oh, shit. I'm ready. I'm ready. Dang it. I think I know what to do. I know what to do. And whoop. Damn it. So it's frustrating how persnickety that is. Do I like a good drill post? I do. I do like a good drill post. I did it so effortlessly earlier, and now I'm struggling. Every day I'm struggling. Whoop. Damn it, I did so good, man. I was such a good gamer, and now as a gamer, I'm floundering. Whoop. I made it look so easy. Do better, Senator. Now, I'm a little bit nervous. Frax says that what I'm experiencing is something similar to what they experienced when their save got corrupted. That has me nervous. But I think I know how to... I think I know what to do, though. I think I know what to do. Not that, obviously. Alright, how's about this? How's about this? What I suspect is that ultimately I have to get to the end and time it with that big thing. So let's do this. It's like I need a time where this is raised up, basically. I need a timer where that's raised up. But of course I can't see when it's about to be raised up from back here. So... I might just take some blind stabs and see if I can roll with it. Can I just go over? Oh, maybe I just go over. I can't actually grab it. Because it's a moving thing, so it's not like a static platform, so there's probably no ledge grab. Can I just cheese it? Yes. Yes. You can just cheese it. You can just cheese it. Oh, wait, no, I can't, though. Oh, heck, dude. I thought I was a genius. I thought I was a fucking genius, dude. I need a conduit to return to the physical realm, bro. Sad. We just jump through it again. Ah. Go back then. Conduit. Loop. You have to jump? I mean, it's like I couldn't really jump through it earlier. Or I couldn't walk through it earlier, but let me do this. So, walk. Shit. It's like you have to be, like, back a little bit before I initiate. There we go. So we get through that one. That's the easy one. This one's... Or no, that's the hard one. This is the easier one. Is there a slowdown thing? So we can pause the time, but only for the for the spirit realm aspect. I can pause time, but only in the spirit realm, and unpausing requires a conduit to the physical realm. Come the fuck on, bro. I was right there. I was right there. I did. Because it kind of pushes you back. Yeah, so Frax thinks we might be soft locked. This might be an honest to goodness soft lock and or corruption of the save. Because Frax, this is exactly what happened to them. So it's very possible we're in a not good spot. Can I go up here? But I'm thinking... supposed to be easy to pass, yeah. Well, and this, I mean, we can get through it because we've done it before. An FPS problem? Oh, interesting. Yeah, so some things weren't 60 FPS compatible or ready. Shit. Thing is, we've done it, man. We've done it once before. It's like, if I can move the camera to be able to see the big guy. The spinny boys are annoying, but we can get through it. What I'm more concerned about is the thing back yonder. I'm more concerned about that big guy, because I'm wondering if maybe he's covering. Jump. Jump. We got it. Lowers up and down. Okay, so he's not covering anything with relation to any conduits or anything. But you see what's going on here. It's almost like it's going through the wall or something. So this is the part that Frax is probably saying. Yeah, where he says, what the fuck? Yeah, I think I see what you mean, Frax. I think I see what you mean. Try the old graphics? I mean, we can. It's not a graphics thing, it's a physics thing. And the, you know, and the physics of what's going on here have definitely gotten in the way of things. I'm gonna guess this is gonna crush the shit out of me, but we're gonna try it. Yeah, so this pump should not be here. And it pushed me through the floor. Yep. Yep. Good. Yep. There's a soft lock. There it is. Absolute cinema. Hive says, allow me to backseat. Well, Hive, I mean, you can try. But if you've never played the game, you might have a hard time telling me what to do. All right, well. Good game, yeah. I think the lesson here is we are to probably not pursue the spirit glyph. The good news is that it didn't crash on load. On game load. That's at least something. Right, so, and also, I was taking care not to save in that area once I saw Frax say, like, uh-oh, this is getting fucky. So, we probably did something, or the game did something, where upon entering into that area, things got fucky, and it never really recovered. I think I saved after I got the waypoint. Let's look. So, did I get the waypoint for it wasn't the force glyph, it was the sun glyph. Sunlight glyph, yeah, so we got the waypoint for it. As long as I don't pursue any further than that, then we're okay. Yeah, the returns are pretty easy, pretty simple. Yeah. Hive doing the thing where, like, yeah, you're streaming and the chat is like, it was right there, and you go, wait, where? And because, you know, there's like a chat delay, obviously. There's like a message delay of a couple seconds from when you hit the enter button to when I see it. So Or maybe the chat messages get sent to me fairly instantaneously, but my responses to you are delayed by a few seconds, typically, just with latency. So, and video encoding. So, you know, when the chat says it was right there, go left. By that point, it's 3 seconds later. I've already gone another direction. I go, oh, left, okay, and then I'm like going the other way, and chat's tearing their hair out, going, no, it was right there, and you go, there or no, there, and everyone's just becoming more and more miserable and unhinged as time goes on. So see, I've been on both sides of that exchange before. It's like, oh my fucking god, everyone's just fucking knocking each other senseless. So yeah, so we'll just want to attempt the Sunlight Glyph, which is a shame because I feel like we were getting close to figuring out like what we needed to do there, but if the game is gonna soft lock us, it's best not to even chance it. So we shall seek elsewhere. In fact, what I'm gonna do next is head to the area that kind of is like by the entrance to the human citadel. Ooh, excuse me, because that has a bunch of water areas that I bet we can reach. Wait, we did of course get the 1 health piece earlier. So yeah, since we now have the ability to swim, I bet there's all kinds of new things we can utilize. And I'm all about utilizing that shit. That's pretty, excuse me, that's pretty cool. There's a delay of 2 minutes. Well, part of that is my slowness in responding to chat. Yeah. So, there's like a technical delay where you guys, like, I'll say something, like I'll demonstrate. So I'm gonna say this message. Here's me hitting the enter button. 3, 2, 1, now. So that message showing up on your end versus me when I counter down 3, 2, 1. Now that tells you like the delay in when I do something before it reaches you guys versus the text messages are probably just about instantaneous. But then you have to consider the slowness of my shitty little hobbit brain. And it takes, you know, I'm like a sloth. I got that koala smooth brain. So, you know, it takes me an additional 30 minutes to you know, to read a word and understand what it means. And I'm like slowpoke, you know, you fucking chop my hand off, I'll start feeling pain 10 minutes afterwards. If I go this way, this will take us to the Sounds Cathedral area, which we don't need to go through, so I'm gonna go back this way instead. Back this way instead. Yeah. Yes, it's and like Frax had pointed out, the glyphs are neat, like they're cool to have. And if you're going for a 100% completionist playthrough, then you have to worry. But yeah, they're not, it's not that huge of an issue. They're completely optional and they're a nice to have, but by no means are they a gotta have it. Now, what I do wonder is if there's some way to avoid getting that soft lock. If there's some way to avoid that situation, or that pump dropping down to the floor like that. If there's some kind of fix, if the devs have tried to patch it, then well, they didn't patch it all the way, obviously, because it still can pop up here. In May 11th, 2026. I think it was this way. I think this is where we're going. Actually, let's get a little something. Oh. Blam. Let's light his ass on fire. I don't think it was this way. This leads to Kain. It's over this way. I just want to aim up a little bit. There we go. There we go. Could try setting the... That's a fair point, too. Yeah. I didn't even think about seeing if there was an option there. Game options... Wait, day and night cycle is off. I'm gonna turn that on. Actually, sounds kind of cool. Oh, except I guess then it's like, well, I'll turn it on for a little bit, but I guess that's fun about the day night cycles. That it's like, well, now it's like sometimes very dark and hard to see. Yeah, it is very dark. I like the idea of a day and night cycle. Okay, never mind. I already don't like it. I already don't like it. It's cool they threw it in there. Hopefully they didn't spend very long on it. So yeah, I guess, yes, there's no way in-game to limit it to 30 FPS. But I guess you might be able to do so through, like, your GPU drivers, for instance. If you have GPU driver software you're comfortable, and, like, you're comfortable tweaking it, I could potentially see that as an option. Blam! Give me the juice. But yeah, like you said though, Hive, I don't blame you. I don't blame you. I'm myself a little bit put off by the whole situation. Not terrible, but it's not great. It's not great. If I fall in there, I'm pretty sure I die. I dead. I'm pretty sure I dead. In fact, I should save. Pretty sure I dead if I fall in there. So I'm not gonna fall in there. That led us to like the intro areas. I remember that pretty well. What's down here? So we lose the flame ability for a while, which is a bummer. But I'm not gonna fall into the abyss because I know better. I'm built different. Climb back up, yeah. So there's nothing here specifically. But what I bet we'll need to do. What's this area here? Yeah, there's water and them thar hills. And there was this area. Here's the broken bridge area. Probably somewhere either that direction or if there's something over here. That direction, of course, leads to the human citadel. Yeah, Wanda, can you just like climb on this thing? Oh, wrong direction. Woo! Okay, so you could do that. How's about this? I'm gonna explore this area because we can only explore this area over here in the spirit version, in the spirit realm, because the water kind of fucks you. So I think that way, past the bridge, is where we ultimately need to go. But I, out of sick and morbid curiosity, want to explore this area because we've only been able to explore this in the spirit version. I want to see what this one has in the physical version. See if there's anything else different. Anything cool. Of course, hop back up, no problemo. There might not be much here, though. And then we'll get caught up. I know, again, we have Meerkat's MS Paint Challenge. Make sure we knock that out before it gets too late. We got Justin House. What's up, Justin? Good to see you, my dude. Hope you're doing well. Happy Monday. Pretty sure that's a teleport right there. The waypoint thingy. So yeah, really nothing else new here. That leads to the human citadel. Yeah. So we've already explored this decently well. So nothing really new here then. Not terribly surprised. Thought I'd look around a little bit, but now we know. There we go. So I remember this game. Yeah, this game is it's my first time playing it, or my first playthrough of it rather, and it's the remastered version. So we have the original graphics like we have this right now, and then there's the remastered visuals like this, and you can you know, toggle them at will anytime you want to, which is pretty slick. I appreciate how the remastered visuals make Raziel and make everything in the game kind of resemble how the game's promotional images presented the game. Like this is how Raziel looked in the cutscenes and on the game, on like the art of the game, like the box art of the game. So I think they did a pretty good job of making it look nicer, but also still thematically appropriate. Gonna do a save. Anyway, hope everyone's doing well. Thank you again, though, to for that raid. We're playing the remastered edition of Soul Reaver 1. And the remaster means we got pretty visuals, but also, bam, check that shit out. We got the OG visuals as well. We, of course, have the niceties of having a widescreen resolution. We got a map, which doesn't really give you a whole lot of functionality, but you have it, at least. We have a compass, which is neat in the top left, so some modern, nifty features, which are pretty cool. So I'm liking this game so far. If you're familiar with the Legacy of Kain series, if you're familiar with Soul Reaver in particular, you might recognize that we're pretty far into the game. I see the camera's getting a little bit silly. We're pretty far in. We've beaten 3 bosses. I don't remember their names, but we got the ability. Obviously, we have the weapon, Soul Reaver. We also have the ability to climb the walls. We can swim through water now. So we have all kinds of cool stuff open to us, which is great. In fact, drive down here so I can get this little guy. We also got our first medallion, our first glyph. Last time we got the fire glyph. We were actually en route to getting the sunlight glyph. The downside, though, is that it seems like there's like a bug with the game where if you... with the remaster, rather, where the area where you would normally get the sunlight glyph becomes untraversable, and it actually soft locks you. And potentially, it can actually potentially corrupt your save, which is dangerous. Now, of course, and what I've been doing is I've been staggering my saves anyway. This game gives you a lot of save slots, or at least the remaster for this game gives you a lot of save slots, which is super convenient. So I think I've managed to avoid any risks of getting my save corrupted because I made sure I'm not like investing too much into a single save slot. But still, the idea that not only can you get a soft lock that can make you lose progress, but also if you're not careful, you can actually lose your full ass save is potentially quite scary. So that is one downside with the remaster. That sunlight glyph area is a little bit tricksy. A little bit tricksy. Yeah, Duck Army, Pizza Ball, exactly. Yeah, Eric Andre's got a bunch of those. Yeah, Gracie and I are big enjoyers of Eric Andre. I've yet to, like, every once in a while he'll go on tour, and every once in a while he'll come through St. Louis. I've never been to his show, but I'm sure it's a wild fucking time, man. USB Windows disconnect noise. That is some evil shit. Now, the downside, Elgaso, is that I don't know if Windows 11... I don't know... Forgot about that one. I don't know if Windows 11 always does a USB disconnect. I know it does a USB connect. I know it definitely does a tone when you connect. But it doesn't always do a noise when you disconnect. The other downside is that it's different. The one from Windows 10 to Windows 11 is different. And the one we all have ingrained into our DNA is the Windows 10 one. So it'll be a while before the Windows 11 one has that same kind of same kind of heft to it. Is the game kind of quiet? I can raise it up. I can raise it up for sure. Yeah, I turned it down at one point because I think there were certain things that were maybe a little bit on the quiet, so on the too loud side. So I was trying to play it safe. Yeah, burb. If there's anything really up here that is worth it, I mean, of course, getting the little wispies to replenish our energy for the orbs for the glyphs is one thing. Not sure how like truly worthwhile it is or how necessary it is. We can jump down that. We got a couple options. We either dive down that way and start exploring, or we go this way first. If I check over here, by the way, back over here. And cool this way. Come on, bud. Blonk. One shot's enough to leave him vulnerable. Good as shit. There we go. It will still trigger the muscle memory. I mean, you're not wrong. It'll still trigger like the that fight or flight of like, oh god, what just got unyanked? Or what just got yanked from my computer? What just got silly? We'll check in their mouse, their USB mouse. That was apparently a stealth kill. Apparently jumping up and stabbing him in front of him with his face looking right at me. Apparently that was a stealth kill. I'm gonna do this. Blam. I like it just goes in a straight line. Yeah, you're not wrong though. You're not wrong. It's like it's enough. It's enough for it to be ingrained into our memory banks. Light his ass on fire and that'll kill him. The fire sword ability, really cool. Really cool fire sword ability. Big fan. Big fan of that shit. We've seen 2 other routes to explore. But wherever this leads, there's other things to double back for sure. Not a rock, it's a boulder. Now, if you're hitting me with the SpongeBob quote, Farsight, I'm pretty sure their line is, "It's not a boulder, it's a rock." That pioneers used to drive these babies for miles. I'm pretty sure. Although, you know, it has been a minute. It has been a minute since I've heard the line, so I guess it's possible I'm getting them mixed up. Blam. 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 This man's gaming. Here we go, got him. Burn nade to the countryside, and by countryside I mean his face. Now is this thing I can move, maybe? Definitely want to do something here, but I don't think I can move this manually. Shooting at it does nothing. Big door. Not gonna lie, when I see that glyph, what do you guys see? When you see this glyph, what do you see? Do you see anything in particular when you see that glyph? Or are you normal? What I see? What do you see, Alex? I see a person like that right there. That right there, that's a foot. Just above his head. Just above his head. So that's a foot. That's a foot. That's a leg. That's a leg. And they're like... And they've got like a fucking basket tied to their penis, and it's like on a string. They're like they're like bent over. They got long ass lanky legs. They got a basket tied to their dick with a fairly long rope, and it just kind of hangs down. That's what I see. That's what I see. Now, if you're normal, you probably did not see that. You probably said, well, I see, I don't know, it's just cool shape. Fucking weird. Like, don't need to be worried about it, Alex. You don't need to be worried about it, Alex. Well, that's where you're wrong. I do need to be weird about it. I have no other knowledge of how to exist. I absolutely need to be weird about it. That is my only modus operandi. Can almost kind of skeeve up the wall there. Almost. I need to come back here if we can find a way to schmoove this guy. Schmoove him. He's got them Kegel weights. That's right. I've never heard the phrase Kegel weights before. I would assume that general general health, general medicine doctors, and in particular urologists hear the term Kegel weights, and it probably like makes them like shoot up in bed and go, oh god, I had the worst fucking nightmare. Somebody said the word Kegel weights out loud, and it there's so much wrong medically with that as a concept. I'm like very bothered. And their spouse consoles them. It was just a bad dream. People don't actually want that. People don't actually like do that to their bodies. But I'm sure there's probably something. Yeah. Farsight says it's out there. He says it's out there, man. It's a Google search away, bro. Don't worry about it, bro. It's totally fine, bro. It's nothing weird. Nothing weird about it, bro. I promise, bro. Just trust me, bro. Yeah, that's one of those things that would give health professionals nightmares. It's like, surely people wouldn't be doing that, right? Surely they would understand how risky that is, and for no tangible benefit anyway. And yet. It's best if some things go unconfirmed. Some things will remain the unknown where they belong. So, we emerged from that side. Let's go check this one first. Foist, even. Blast him right in the face. Yep. Long urethra! I do love the long man. I do love a good, lengthy man. What can I say? Yeah, it's one of my favorites. It's a fun video. It's silly. It's like self-aware. It has cult status, and let us not forget, lest we forget, it's an advertisement. It is a multi-phase, a multi-part advertisement for a gummy candy, which means there was a group of people, or maybe one person, but at least a group of people that had to approve this advertisement. There was a Mad Men-esque meeting. There was the Japanese version of Don Draper was sitting at his desk and had his breakthrough. He's sipping his scotch. He's cheating on his wife. I mean, okay, I know. Slight spoiler with Mad Men. Slight spoiler with Mad Men. Some of the individuals in that show are not faithful to their spouses. But no, there's the Japanese version of Don Draper, and he has this epiphany, his eureka moment, his nostalgia. the nostalgia moment in that show that is his muse and his brilliance for so much of that show, how he taps in to, you know, that energy, that creative energy to make the brilliant ads he comes up with. Instead of it's toasted, it's long. It's long. That's the product. And then he punches Roger in the face and says, and then cheats on his wife again. I don't fucking know. I just be clear. I love Mad Men. Great fucking show. One of my favorite shows I ever did see. It's a good one. Very good show. Highly recommended. Not just for the extra marital activities. Not just for that. Anything up here, but nothing. Nothing up here. But no, those videos are incredible, and the fact that it's a multi-part saga of a long man is something to appreciate. The Ruined City.
Kind. Could it be that other clans had suffered the same fate as mine? In his madness, could Kain spare none of his brood?
It was not Kain, but Dumah's own arrogance that brought the downfall of his clan. These are human weapons, Raziel.
Dumah was a dumbass.
Believing themselves invincible, Dumah and his offspring failed to see an attack coming from the least likely assailants. Complacent in their arrogance, they were taken by surprise, allowing the human vampire hunters to decimate their ranks with little resistance. The few that escaped have been reduced to scavengers.
Unfortunate for them. What do I like of the games, or what I think of the game so far? I do like it. I do like it overall. It's got some clunk, it's got some jank, and there are some unintuitive parts that take away a little bit from the experience. The combat sometimes gets in the way of having a good time. The platforming at times can be frustrating, but on the whole, I'm still enjoying it. I think the vibe is still like very much worth it. The vibes are immaculate enough that I'm still enjoying myself. So I would say, like, yeah, on the whole, it's worth it. If you're a retro enjoyer, like I am, yes. Yes, for sure. If you're like kind of so-so on retro games, I probably wouldn't recommend it. This is really the kind of thing that's only really going to be enjoyed by someone who has a taste for like early 3D platforming, early 3D adventure platforming, and like puzzle platforming games. You know, if you want a polished, modernized experience, this will leave you wanting. But yeah, if you like the retro stuff from like PS1 era, and you want like an authentic PS1 era game, which is to say, it's got some jank, it's got some grunge, some grime to it. It's not always great, but it is frequently cool, and it's pretty good overall. Yeah, it's good. I would like on the number scale. I know this. To some, they might hear this number and go, that's really low. But I would probably give it like a 6.5. Maybe a 7. 6, 7? No, I would give it somewhere around there. And that's not to say that means it's bad. I mean, some people, when they hear 6.5 or 7, they go, oh, the game's garbage. And it's like, no, it's good. It's a good game. But it's like, there are things that drag it down for sure. There are things that drag it down, but on the whole, enjoying it though. Did I ever try the long man? Yes, I did. I've tried every flavor of the Sekiro gummies. I've tried every single flavor because there's a store called Daiso it's a store in Japan, but there are US branches. There are US locations for Daiso in the United States, and there's one really close to where Grace and I live, and they more often than not usually stock the Sekiro gummies. And I've tried every single flavor. Orange is my favorite, but the grape flavor, surprisingly incredible. I don't usually love grape flavors in candies, that kind of thing. I like grapes. I still like grape flavor a lot of the times. Like the artificial grape flavor, but the grape flavoring they use for the Sekiro gummies, chef's kiss, more delicioso, incredible. Incredible stuff. So I've tasted every every flavor of long man there is to know in the whole fucking world, man. Tasted it all. I've seen it all, man. Do I know about the long way? I don't know if I know about the long way necessarily. Don't know if I know about that one. But there was another thing I missed. Unless I schmissed. Yes, I don't know about that one. Just likes the music though. Yeah, the music in this area. The music, the music for me has been just kind of so-so. I've enjoyed the sound, like the ambience rather, just the sound design. That part that I have been enjoying. I'm enjoying that a whole lot. If there was anything else I missed. The voice actors, yes. Well, the voice of the overseer that advises you. I can't remember his name, but he's been in a number of other games too. Tony J, that's the guy's name. Yeah. Yeah, Tony J. Thank you, Frax. Frax and Farsight. What's up, Grim? Are you enjoying it on the hole? I'm enjoying inside the hole. There you go. Hold the controller in your hand. Well, I mean, what if my hands are busy? What if my hands are busy doing something else? Doing some other kind of activity? Asking for a friend, of course. Could return to the physical realm. Let's pop into here for a moment. For a spell. Yeah, these kinds of games, they don't make them like they used to nowadays, and perhaps that's for the best, because you know there's levels that are a little bit annoying to navigate at times, and again, like some of the aspects of like the combat can be a little bit long on the tooth. Now, what I will say is that the combat was kind of annoying earlier on in the game. Now that we have things like the ranged weapon, and we have ways in which we can power up the Soul Reaver sword, that helps tremendously. Now combat flows a lot quicker. Because that was the thing, like previously combat just kind of got in the way of the fun. Now you can more often than not end a combat situation a little bit faster than we used to. So that helps a lot when it comes to keeping things rolling. And keeping the show moving and not getting bogged down by like, oh god, I gotta stop to fight this guy now. So it's not been as bad now that we're kind of in the mid to late game sections at least. Yeah, late 90s, early 2000 vampire aesthetic. Yeah, I mean, Farsight's not wrong. Like, back in those days, this kind of was a vibe, and there were movies, like the Underworld movies, that evoked a similar energy. Hot Topic was popping in the late 90s, early 2000s. This was a game for the goth kids, man. This was a game for the Marilyn Manson enjoyers, for the KDFM enjoyers, and the weird, like Depeche Mode, like that kind of shit. Like that's not all people that enjoyed this game like Depeche Mode, obviously. Like, you know, that's an oversimplification, but the general idea that, like, if you were into that kind of goth vibe, this was absolutely a game that would more likely than not tickle your pickle. We can go that way, but that would of course have to go to the Spirit Realm for that one. Anything else out here before I commit to that? There was one other thing that caught my eye, and I think it was this one here. I'm gonna explore every option before I commit to any one thing. Yeah, the combat is not a huge focus. Exactly, the exploration, just the look and feel of the whole experience, and the story. The story is good. The voice acting is quality. I think the I think the visuals. So let's talk about not these visuals. Let's talk about these visuals. I think even for PS1, these visuals get the job done. Are they pretty? No. No, they're not, but they get the job done. It is in service of the vibe and the aesthetic. Good enough. It's good enough, honestly. So, does it have to be pretty? No. I kind of think like the grungy, the word I'm looking for, like, yeah, just the grungy textures and the muddy kind of quality adds to the vibe. I think it is all still in service of the game as a whole. I think it leans into it. I think it leans into it properly. The art direction of the world, exactly. A lot of bloat back in the day, which I mean, yeah, you know, some of the backtracking can be annoying. Some of the backtracking, I think there was another gate to look at, by the way. Maybe not, maybe there was another gate. I know there's the one back there, but I'm gonna see if there was anything else. Or if this door is different in the Spirit Realm, but it probably isn't. Purple. Store any different? This purple hallway, that's kind of cool. Is the same. The same. The environments, the architecture, yeah. Yeah, the character designs and enemy designs are also very cool. I think Raziel's awesome. I think Kain's badass. Like, I think they did a good job with a lot of aspects of the game. So it's like, even if the gameplay is at times a little bit arduous with certain areas, I'm still implored to continue so I can see more of it. Still want to see more. I still want to see it all, baby. And for PS1, you can do a lot worse. And again, this is, of course, the remastered version of the original. And even though we're looking at the original graphics, it's still, like, we still got 60 FPS, you know, so that helps, obviously. We still got widescreen, so this is a definitely more cleaned up version of the original graphics for obvious reasons here. Do we T-pose through gates? Well, I like to think that it's us, like, swimming through it. But yes, we are basically going and just phasing through the gate. We can do that in the spirit realm. In the spirit realm, we can phase through iron gates, no problem. In the physical realm, not so much. We have to open the gates like a fucking chump, like a boring-ass normie. Get back to the game, friends, and let's get back to some remastered visuals. How's that sound? Better do an even keeled approach to both remastered and OG ugly visuals. Ow. Well, I wasn't gonna kill your ass. Now I'm gonna kill your ass and suck your ass. I'm sucking his ass. Need to be out of the spirit realm to be able to open that door. There we go. What's up, Will? I'm that Burlington Throat Factory. What's up, buddy? Burlington Throat Factory. That is good. That is good. I think this is how we first entered this realm. I think. This is how we first entered. Okay, just running back and forth. He's so confused. Playing more of that, what's it called? More of that, what's it called? Can I go through here? No, we're playing more Legacy of Kain Soul Reaver. Soul Reaver 1 specifically. This is Soul Reaver 1 Remastered. Having a nice old time. And we're in the, I think it's called the Ruined City. Up there. Yeah, I'm seeing if there's anything else. Page to this one again. So I'd love to kick it up with y'all, but I got so okay, right. I see what you mean. Yes, I thought you meant when you said cake it up. I thought you meant like we were getting caked up, like we were all gonna, you know, rub our asses together. But no, I see what you mean. You deserve credit for bringing it up. You deserve credit for invoking it. Yeah, I thought we were gonna like rub our asses together and like, you know, use it to start a fire or something like that. Instead of rubbing two dicks to start a fire. What did I say? Rubs two sticks together? Rub two dicks together? I mean, if you rub two dicks together, something else might happen. So let's see. I think maybe we came from this direction now. I'm trying to avoid going backwards. Back this way. Because yeah, we definitely need to get to do anything really. We need the physical realm. None of this spirit realm jabroni nonsense. And I think I remember commenting on the purple in this hallway, so I think we came from here originally. It's just like pressing the buttons together. I remember before I started this game, I remember some folks saying one of the things they loved about this game was the soundtrack. And to be honest, I don't think I love the game soundtrack. I definitely don't like hate it, but I haven't like loved it necessarily. But what I have enjoyed is this, just the sound design, like just the direction and vibe that the game evokes with its like brooding kind of quality. But I don't think I love the soundtrack necessarily. But what I will say though is that I could see it being nostalgic. I could see the soundtrack being nostalgic for folks. Of course, you know, playing the game before the widespread use of the internet, of course, back in those days. So before the internet was widely available, so it was harder to look up guides and look up FAQs for how to beat the game. So, you know, people being stuck for hours on end in the same dungeon, wandering around aimlessly, trying to figure out where to go next. Hearing that music in the background, like, I get that. I totally get that. And still no conduits for returning to the physical realms. This makes me a little bit sad. The vertical stuff will, yeah. So on mobile, they have that vertical option. And if you tap the screen, well, I don't know how this works on iOS, but on Android, if you tap the screen, it should in the top left corner give you a classic view. If you want to view the stream in glorious horizontal view, especially if you're watching on like a tablet or something, or if you just want to have your phone sideways, you want that landscape view. Or vice versa, if you're watching on mobile and you're on landscape view, and you can tap the screen, it should show a vertical view button where you can toggle back and forth. That is what I think is really nice. I like the idea of having both as an option, or either or as an option. I think for some games, vertical is great. Like for first-person shooters, it's great because your view is generally always going to be centered in the middle. For this game, I think it works pretty well too. But for like a strategy game, you lose a lot on the side margins being unavailable. So like strategy games, RPGs, then it's a little bit trickier. Let's assume I missed something else back here because I feel like I've kind of hit a slew of dead ends. Yeah, the voice acting, absolutely, Aleph. The voice acting, the narration. Voice acting is incredible in this game. Very good voice acting. Yeah, just good enemy designs. The sounds of the enemies. Yeah, I would say the like sound effects, just overall, are on point. No question. No question whatsoever. But what is a question is how the heckle... I can't climb that, can I? Can't even reach it. Probably something I'm missing then. The spirit realm is one thing. We only have so many interactions within the spirit realm. Anything else like where we came? Anything else back from where we first popped in? Oh, well, that's a dead end, right, for now. Even in the physical realm, that one we can't do anything about. At least I don't think we can. I guess I could try it again. Find that conduit. Ow. Okay. Yep. Because the reason I bother with killing those guys at all is because you actually cannot return to the physical realm unless you're in the spirit realm and have full health. And then only then do you have this available to you. Now what I can do is I can shoot and move that around afar. So maybe I should do that as my first order of business here. It didn't even occur to me to try that. We've used this strategy once before. Question is... Oh, I guess we don't even use it to, like, go to a particular place. We just use it so we can, like, jump up. As long as I can use that to climb upwards, that'll be enough for me, I think. Couple times, get up against the wall. See what that does for us. Spirit realm once again. You can go from physical to spirit, no problem, anytime you want. But going from spirit to physical, that's harder. Or that one requires some more case-specific situations to work for you. Yep. Let's see what we can do now. Now we can climb up this guy. Yeah, Warcraft 3. Warcraft 3 is a good game. Warcraft 3 is fantastic, yeah. It's the only Warcraft game I've played, but it's good. It's good. We could drop down here. And I might do that in a moment. Actually, let's go and do physical realm right now. We need to drop down there to get to that next part. I'm kind of curious, is there anything up here we can do? Ooh, there's another block right there. Question is, do I want to drop the block down forward or backwards? I don't know if I have an answer just yet. Oop. Grab the ledge. We can move this block around any way we want. I guess that's the thing. We don't really need... I think we need this block at all. I mean... Can I do one of these? Whoop. Yeah. Maybe like you would have to use that to be able to reach up top there. Like this is like just barely unreachable. So if I needed to climb up onto those walls, then we would potentially need to use that block. Or I could just do one of these. Grab this and try to yank this thing around. Like the presentation is interesting, but yeah, the very serious subject matter. Yeah, it absolutely has that serious subject matter. And we got Rockstar Rat. What's up, bud? Hope you're doing well. Can't quite reach this thing, so if I were to be able to reach up there, we would have to use that second fella. Let me do this. Let me move this guy back. Let me see if there's anything where this block could potentially be used on this side of the wall. I'm worried if I knock this block down, I'm worried that there's no going back. Once it's knocked down, you can't, like, bring it back another direction. I can, of course, jump through over there. So is there anything around here where the block would potentially be helpful? On this side, because I think we see a use case for it on that, on like inside that cell. Is there any use case for it outside the cell? If I go back to this room, is there anything over here? Well, okay, that door's closed. Never mind. Hope we do well, though. Rockstar Out, we're playing Soul Reaver 1 for the first time. This is, of course, the remastered version. I'm sure you've probably figured out. Hence the nicer visuals. But of course, it's the remaster, which means we can do this. And we have the OG as well. And I try to do a nice mix of OG visuals and remastered visuals. A little bit of both. A little bit of everything. The only other option, as far as a place we could drag around that box, would be over here. Which still I don't think would get us anything. Because if I push it down there, what could that block do for us? I think nothing. Nothing. Yeah. Yeah, I mean the presentation in Warcraft 3 is, you know, it's bright and colorful. So I mean, I would say the cartooniness maybe with like the color palette, you know, like the color palette being very expressive, very very colorful. But yeah, the subject matter and the story of the game is quite dark and quite brutal and gory and violent at times. So yeah, that is a I would say it's not an inaccurate thing to point out. Not an inaccurate thing to say. So let's go ahead and knock that blocky boy. Knock that shit downwards. We'll have 2 blocks to use from inside this place. Oh, except I can't actually, like, see it from there then. Oh. Okay, I just assumed I'd be able to see and be able to shoot the blocks from up there, but I cannot. Another kind of layer on top of this. Okay, well, never mind. Also did some voice work in Diablo 2. That's awesome. One of my favorites. One of my faves. I'm a Diablo 1 fanboy through and through, but Diablo 2, Diablo 2 might be my most played game of all time, just as far as like raw, just number of hours, just raw hour numbers. That one might be the big one. So in that case, if I have no real, well, again, I'm worried if I push this out now. Oh, I think I see now. Okay, so what I was concerned about, I'll show you what I was concerned about. Is if I shoot this, oh, I can't even push it that way. Okay. Oh, okay. Well, that removes my concern altogether then. Because yeah, what I was concerned about was I was going to shoot it and it was going to like slide backwards and fall down on the other side of this wall here. But I think that is not like an archway. There we go. Okay, so yeah, so we can push it. It's not an archway the way that this only has like 1 block's worth of depth, and after that it drops off. There's like an actual hallway up there. I just assumed it dropped off. It does not. It does not drop off. So yeah, so we are ultimately going to be pushing it out this way. We just have to reach it. We're going to go this way first. There we go. There we go. So now I can actually yoink this thing around. Guess I'm yoinking. I'm pulling. Grab this guy as well. Anything else here? The question is, what do I do with this darn thing? Let's find out. I guess I could maybe jump over. I mean, we could, I guess. Oh, wait, there's probably something up here. Oh, I see it now. Yeah, there's something up here. Yeah, the question is, what can we reach? Michael Vell is the prophet. That's a good voice right there. I know that voice. This is henceforth known as the Sin War. I can't actually do an impression worthy of him, but yes, I like that guy's voice. Like ominous, just overseeing, narrating voice. Very, very badass. The Horadrim sealed his soul inside a soul stone. What's in here? Okay, we're seeing some duct work. Very good. Practice, we're getting into the brain time, baby. Excited. This might be somewhat similar to the puzzles we were doing in, as we were trying to reach the sunlight, what's it called? The sunlight glyph, before we realized that the game was bugged. We had to abandon our hopes and dreams, sad as it was. Surprised this guy's already dead. I don't think I've been here before. Like, I would have remembered such a thing. There we go. Something else must have pushed him in, or maybe he was just already there. You are already dead. Oop. We got a crank. We can yank the crank. Probably drains the water, so we can slide the blocks around. I can't make that jump, can I? Oop. Oh my god. Oh my god. I completely cheesed it because I'm a gamer. That's right. Cheesed it with complete bullshittery. Now, does this get me anything? I mean, it makes me feel good. It makes my penis feel strong that I'm like, you know, a real cool gamer, like, and I don't follow the rules. Of course, what you could have also done was just do one of those, right? Just jump over to the side. Oh, you know, there's other ways to cheese it, but that cheese felt particularly delightful. Start yanking some stuff then. See what happens. I want to grab it. Please. Right there. There we go. Does it adjust the water levels? It adjusts the water levels. No way to have expected that. A genuine surprise. Bop. 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 Yeah, I was gonna say I got the sword, so we're able to very easily murder. Easily murder. Question is, be able to get way up there and move these things around. Oh shit! Oh, it's because he came alive. That was his whole deal. Yeah. Yank over the confirmation. I need a weapon. Confirm his ass. Look at that. These guys are they're special. They got the special soul suck. That's why they're all glowy. Special, unique soul suck. Probably nothing like behind these things. I'm not gonna check every single one. And grab this one. You can grab this one, even though it looks very grimy and grungy. Right. Okay. So what I think we'll do. The main goal is to see if we can reach that wall right there. Let's grab what blocks we have available to us, which is not a ton on this side. We might... I guess we can maybe see if it's possible to grab some of those blocks and push them up and over that wall. We can maybe drag them over here and add them to this operation we're attempting here. To stack the blocks tall enough to be able to let us jump over and reach the other side, reach that top area. Yeah, this alone is not enough. Can't land on those fellers. So we need at least one more block. Everyday men's on the block. I think on this side. Nope. So let's see. Let's see what can be done. Is there something to this? We could potentially like stack these blocks high enough to be able to push maybe just one over. The answer, I think, is going to be a confident yes. It's possible. Is it the solution? We'll see. But it is a possible option. And like Rockstrot points out, yeah, I can't soft-lock myself. Rockstrot, I'm guessing you probably weren't here the other day when I did manage to soft-lock myself out of a... Well, it was a temporary soft-lock. I temporarily soft-locked myself out of a solution for an optional puzzle, which yields a heart... Well, this game's equivalent of a heart piece. Whatever, like the little pie slices in the bottom left. It was in the Silence Cathedral. There was a block sledding puzzle, and I assumed we had to stack the blocks like super tall to be able to reach the stuff up top, but I realized at one point that I put myself in a not great situation. And before I realized it was kind of too late. Grab that one. I can actually grab two of them if need be. But yeah, what I had done is I had stacked 2 and 2, one on top of the other, before I realized, oh, I need to push one of them off, and I had no way to do so, and there was no way to reset the room, unfortunately. Yeah, how did you even do it? Yeah. So in fact, I almost did it just now. I'll show you exactly what I did. So I did this. I had this set up like this, and I was grooving, I was gaming, I was like, all right. And I wasn't really thinking too much. I wasn't thinking like very far ahead, because I wasn't really concerned about the consequences. I did 2 and 2. I did 2 stacks of 2. And then I was like, all right, and because what I was trying to do is I was trying to reach the blocks in the top area. And in my mind, I was like, yeah, I need to like stack them together. And then I need to stack this one here. I need to put this one on top of this one. So let me get them together, and then I realized, oh shit, I need to be able to stand here to lift it up. So I was like, all right, well, no problem. Let me just... And then it hit me. I was like, wait a fucking second. I can't move them. Now, of course, we have the ranged projectiles, so we're fine. You know, it's an easy matter of just going like, bloop. Oh, well, yes, that too, but also, bloop. Oh, okay, I just gotta stand perfectly to the side. And there we go. That simple. But in the Silence Cathedral, you don't have the projectile move yet. So I was like, oh, fuck, I done hacked it. So I'd managed to accidentally kind of soft-lock that puzzle. And unlike games like Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time, in those kinds of games, you can very easily just reset the room. You leave the dungeon, or in some cases, you don't even have to leave the dungeon, just leave the room. Leave the room, and you're off to the races. You re-enter, everything's been reset. If you solve the puzzle, the fact that it has been solved does persist. But in this game, the locations of all things persist. So if you leave the room and come back, or even exit the game, close the game and relaunch, it persists the locations of every single block in the game where you last saw it, even if it was in a not-so-great spot. So, goddamn. Shout out to this game for being, like, quite impressive to that regard as far as, like, so maybe we don't need that one real quick. Let's see if I don't need it. But no, being very, very impressive how they manage that. We might not necessarily need that last block. See if we can get away with just these 3. Yeah, the Kinetic Blast, exactly. We can come back. And in fact, I actually have yet to come back to grab that health increase pickup, just because, for one thing, we don't really need it right now because I only have 1 out of 5 collected for our current pie, one of the pie slices. Oh shit, I shouldn't have dropped it down, should I? Okay, well now I do need this last one. Let's go and do it. I should have like moved that one so that it was flush with that level and push it onto it. Like I should have had the block sitting right here, so I could just push it directly onto it. Now it's like, I see where I've gone astray. But that's fine. We can just do this. Should all still work. Yeah, there's an easy way, and I've overcomplicated things. That's fine. Not the first time I've overcomplicated something in video game. Not the first time, won't be the last. Yeah, this is Soul Reaver Block Pusher Edition. Of course, I was warned ahead of time. Hey man, if you're getting into Soul Reaver, I hope you like pushing blocks. I hope you like sliding block puzzles. I did not know what that meant at the time. I did not know the significance of sliding block puzzles. Hope, you know, get fucking ready. I was unaware of the depths this game enjoys its sliding block puzzles. And I appreciate them. I appreciate what they bring to the table. I'm not always the biggest fan of them, but this game has made me appreciate them. Perhaps against my will. I've said it's the best part of the game. It is a significant part of the game, needless to say. It was the hardest one. I thought the same thing. I thought the Sounds Cathedral... I'd like to remaster visuals for a bit. But yeah, I would say, generally speaking, the Sounds Cathedral was, I thought, the hardest part of the game so far. The interesting way where the game kind of forces you to get to, like, cut your teeth on... oh, well, there you go. Actually, I guess it was maybe worth it for me to have this one hanging around, because now I can jump to that one. But yeah, that's a good way to, like, cut your teeth on how the game works, how the combat works, the platforming. And that's also a very long dungeon. It's a very long dungeon. I think the longest one so far. So it's a hard dungeon. It's a long one. The drowned... What was it called? The Drowned Abbey was fairly short. Fairly short. This one is proven to be a little bit on the longer side as well, but still not compared to the Sounds Cathedral. So, yeah, that one does not afraid to overstay its welcome and make things a little bit tricksy for you. A little bit tricksy. Yeah, people don't play this game for its, you know, mind engaging puzzles. People don't play this game for its engaging puzzles. I should save. Or for its deep combat systems. They play it for the story, for the lore. That's what brings the gamers in, man. Understandably so, because it does a very good job of establishing a very cool setting, telling a very cool story, and just the vibes in this game are immaculate. Immaculate vibes. This seems like maybe it'll be a combat arena eventually. Maybe. Boop. Boop. I'm climbing up, but I don't know if there's any major points to it. Here. Oh. Better now. On down. Killing this dude. Also, the Sounds Cathedral, I think, was the first, and I think maybe even only area where the enemies were constantly respawning in some of those rooms. I mean, in this game, or in these areas, of course, if you leave room and come back, some of the enemies might have respawned sometimes. But in the Sounds Cathedral, while you're doing the sliding block puzzles, the spider dudes are constantly respawning, even while you're in the room with them. Yeah, very easily to get overwhelmed and overrun. And of course, dying, quote unquote, in this game is really not a huge issue. Obviously, you can just go in the spirit realm, get full health, return through a conduit, you're good to go. We need to keep the thing going, right? Where that came from? Go through here? Nope. Yeah, that's a tough part of the game, I would say. Tougher than it lets on. Probably know where that door leads ultimately. Okay, that's a good sign. And now we light that shit. What if we use our sword? Light that shit on fire. Oh, cutscene. All right. 420 blaze it. The juice. It's on the loose. Getting blasted a little bit there. It's gonna singe off your eyebrows, bro. Be careful. Yeah, not a ton of weapons around, right? And of course you didn't have... I mean, you of course had the Soul Reaver, which is great, but no projectile weapons. A whole different vibe, man. You blew that thing open. Just the hallway we saw earlier. think it is. Let's keep exploring this place first. But yeah, I'm pretty sure it's a hallway back at the start. Which means, of course, we're in the physical realm, which makes things easier. Climb that. I'm kind of curious what this is. We drop down from above. That's this area. Cool. So now, we push this fella down. Use these 2 blocks together to get to that side. I do appreciate the, even though we are, I think, indoors. Oh, no, I guess we are outdoors. Okay, no, I thought we were indoors. The idea of, like, indoor precipitation, indoor snow. Let's see if there's anything else this way. Then we'll circle back around, use those 2 blocks to climb to the other side. That probably is something juicy for us. Nice and juicy. That would be... So the door's blown right the fuck open. The game does a pretty good job with like the camera motions. It's easy on mouse keyboard. It's a little bit tougher on gamepad, obviously. But on mouse keyboard, the camera motions are pretty simple. Also, I was wrong. I thought there was maybe something different we could do here in the physical realm, but it just brings us back to the same like kind of little basic spot here. What's quicker? I think this is quicker, actually. Oh, come on, bro. It's trying to face through the wall. It's trying to T-pose through the wall. You're being cringe. Ow. Big suck. Oh, there we go. That guy's waiting for me. That's okay. Guys are easy to make short work of. I think there's one up here. Oop. We T-post halfway through the pillar. Yeah, I did see that we... Well, obviously the game counted it as going through the gates, but yeah, it also kind of went through the pillar a little bit, which is kind of funny. Clang, clang. Gotta combine these 2 fellers. Then twice the block stack they used to be. Up we go. With that, we should be able to reach our next destination. Destination station. More. Yeah. Hoop. And hoop. More dead guys. It's a good time for everybody. Good time for all. Like to see the differences between the original graphics like version of these kinds of set pieces and the remastered version. Kinda neat. Anything else to speak of? No, not really. Let's continue. Continuing on. Let's see, what could be different up here? Maybe Spirit Realm? Or uppies? Whoa. That actually might be exactly what we needed. Might have just blinded myself. Maybe not. To the solution. Let's try that again, though. There might be something to that. Easy to get back. Yeah, so the first one in the game in the series is called Blood Omen. Legacy of Kain Blood Omen. And that one's like more of an RPG. Or well, actually, I guess I don't know. I assume it's like an RPG, but yeah. Firax is right though. It's has like a top-down perspective, kind of like original Zelda, like Link to the Past Zelda, that kind of thing. Oop. There we go. There we go. we go. Of course, this is like a 3D adventure game, more akin to something like Ocarina of Time Zelda. Oop. Oop. Yep. Run, jump. Whoop. Can I make it? Yeah, I made it. There we go. Pull that switch. That'll probably open the door. Fling that shit open. What a grand and intoxicating innocence. Yeah, the PS2 one, which was probably Defiance, I'm guessing. Oh, good junk. I think we're delving down. Delving downwards. Oh, wait, is this the same area? Oh, I think we've only been here in the spiritual realm. We've never been here in the physical realm. Doesn't do a whole lot for us right in the immediate future, right in the immediate here and now. However, can mess with this stuff over here. Yeah, slide this around. Nothing to be done really here. Kind of putzing around here. Back to see what else was back in that same direction. Because yeah, I don't think we've ever been here in the spiritual and the physical realm. I think it was only physical, or only spiritual realm. Been there already before. I need to go back up then. Can I move this thing? I didn't think so. Big ass obelisk. Open this. Kind of break. Kind of like breaking the textures. I wonder if there's something fancy there. Else? Takes us back then. Oh no, just bring it to this area. Rabbit. Stand on it, yeah. What I might need to do... I mean, I could go back to the spirit realm for a bit. And poke around and see if there's something I've forgotten. Go back up here and see if there's something else I missed. Might have been something else I missed. There's this, of course. Back here, yeah. Makes sense. Something underneath here. Okay, well, spirit realm. Oh, uh-oh. Oh, I might not be able to jump up there now. Okay. In that case, go back around. Bring it around town. Will I play Defiance? Yes, yes. In fact, one of the things that kind of brought me back into playing this game was getting a review key for Legacy of Kain Defiance Remastered. So we first got... I first played this game for the first time, this remaster specifically. I played this for the first time. That's where I was supposed to go, I think. Ow. Oh, wait, no, except I have to phase... Yeah. Oh, yeah, here we go, here we go. That's the thing I was looking for. So no, I first played it when the remaster first came out, because I got a review key to play it. I got a review key for this game to play it. For the remaster for 1 and 2, that is. And typically when you get a review key for a game, you have to stream it at minimum of 1 time. But only a minimum of 1 time. So I streamed it once to fulfill my obligation. My streaming obligation. And it usually it's like within like a 30-day time period. Usually it's like in a 30-day time period. Stream the game once, and you've fulfilled your end of the contract. You're good to go. Like I'm not being paid obviously for the games, like for the streams that I do. I'm not like taking any deals, no sponsorships, nothing like that. It's not that kind of setup, obviously. So anyway, so that was kind of what inspired me to first play this game for the first time, was getting a review key for it. And I wanted to keep playing more. I was like, this game is really cool. I want to keep going. However, the reality is that there's like other games to play. It's like you get a review key for one game, play it for a little bit, but I can't play for too long because I need to make sure I play this other game over here by Friday, and I gotta play this one by Sunday. So like, there was always other things to kind of distract me. So anyway, we got a review key for Defiance Remastered, and I need to play that one. I need to stream that one sometime before the 21st of May. So that is kind of what I'm shooting for, is to at least beat the first game, at least beat this one before the 21st. So I think it's reasonable. I think that's quite doable even. This way then? I'm getting myself a little bit turned around here. Here we go, here we go. That's what I wanted to see. At the rate we're going, I'm thinking you're probably right, Frax. I think we're probably one session away from being done with the game. Probably not tonight, obviously, but I would say it's possible to do it maybe with one more session. If things go well and I'm playing games, I'm gaming like a master, which is I always do anyway, obviously. But I would say the chances are good. Okay. Jump. Ooh. I gotta push it real good. You can even push it against a little lip right there. A little curb. Oh, almost. There we go. Cutscene time! Fire sword. So yeah, we will be playing Defiance Remastered sometime in the next week or two. Oh, I want to kill your bro, dude. Is that so wrong? Killing your homie, is that so terrible? Oh, here we go. I can throw him in the fire. Yeah. I just drag your guys' asses over this way. I come over here. It's really cool over here. I think you'll like it. No, this is kind of a waste of time, but I'm doing it. Bonk. Get roasted, idiot. Is it enough to heal me fully? Not quite. Perhaps the least efficient way of doing this. That's okay. Up we go. Is that enough to kill? Is enough. And enough to heal as well. Now, heat that thing with the fire. Alright. With that one. Let's see, one of these is gonna have to work. I might need to. Yeah, not quite. I was gonna say I might need to spirit realm this one. Not enough height. Shame, because I assume we have to use the sword fire thing, but maybe not. Maybe not. Can I use it here? Can I heat this thing up here? Nope. Actually, I think I see. Lowest one is a little bit taller. Let's start with that one. Yep. All right. I'll go back. Conveniently, these conduits are here just to help my ass out. Thank goodness. Lord knows my ass needs help sometimes. I'm curious. I do see that. We'll be able to jump from anywhere, obviously, so it's... We'll assume we can kind of come back from that side eventually. Here we go. So what's this thing all about? Oh my god. I think I was gonna be able to fucking yoink that thing. Damn. I thought we were gonna like read it and there was gonna be some kind of significance, but man, our guy's strong enough to fucking yoink that thing. Which is bizarre, because I mean, we know, yeah, Raziel is a strong dude for sure, but we've seen stuff much bigger than that he's presumably been unable to lift. So the fact that he randomly can use his super strength to break certain things, but only certain ones. A little convenient, don't you think? Come on, Raziel. Use that super strength in other helpful ways, please. Do you think when Raziel is doing his soliloquies to the audience, he's using that cool, deep voice, do you think there were like goth ladies from like back in the day, like teenagers who were like into the goth shit and they heard Raziel's voice and they were like, oh, such a dreamy voice, so dreamy. If that's the case, could we call him Riziel? Riziel? I'm just saying. I'm just throwing that out there, man. Asking the hard-shitting questions. Rax says we found something.
My brother, Dumah.
What a dumbass.
Warrior in life. He would have burned with shame to have me find him here like a stuck pig.
For real, on God? He's not gonna come to life when I approach, will he? They would never do that in a video game. In 2026, the year of our Lord. Oh, maybe I intend to bring him back to life. As we all know how vampires work. If their soul is intact, then the minute you remove these kinds of stakes... it will spring to life. Button. I was gonna throw them, but I was like, I might need these. Maybe I won't just yeet them randomly. Nice slurpy noise. Slurp. You alive, bro? Yep. But the question is, if we're trying to presumably kill him, I guess we have to bring him to life so we can suck out his soul and breathe his soul ourselves.
I thank you, brother.
Your thanks are premature, Dumah. I have not forgotten whose hands bore me into the abyss.
The centuries in limbo have honed my strength. Not even Kain is my equal.
Bold moves, bold words, rather.
The strongest vampire is vulnerable.
We shall test your thesis, Raziel.
To kill him again, that's right. I'm gonna kill you myself.
Seated by an even darker hunger, I will consume your soul before this day is done.
I'm gonna reave your soul. Is that him laughing like meow 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 meow? Ah. Whoa. He's giving me the suck. Yeah, I think he's laughing. Yeah. Oh, he's running in a circle. And then he's doing a suck. Just like stunning us. And runs and is like, it's so weird. Now I'm trying to run a circle in him. Think it's so cool? So, can I wait until I enter the spirit realm? There we go. Oh, he's still here in the spirit realm. Oh, that I was not expecting. Uh-oh. Ooh. That's a problem. Can I just leave? Fuck you, I'm out. Fuck this shit, I'm out. I need the juice. Is he following me? Oh my fuck, he's following me. That's unexpected. Is there any juice? You have the juice around here, any guys? Anywhere here, guys? Not still following me. He can't fit through the door. Looking around, I'm looking around. Does no one have the juice for me? So I can get a heals. Here we go. Right there. Yeah. So the bad guys are gone. Okay, that guy's here at least. The normal little fellers are gone. Grab that. Come back. You missed me. There we go. Back to full. Go back to the physical realm. So we have to be careful because normally in bosses like this, it's like, well, it's not like a huge issue. If the knocks us back to the spirit realm, we can just kind of gain our bearings and try again. This one is a little bit different. It's possible we might need to do something specifically in the spirit realm, but we're going to re-enter in the physical realm specifically. An achievement for leaving and coming back. I guess we were supposed to do that then.
You are persistent.
Yep. And whoa. Jump. When he does that ground pound, that leaves us vulnerable, obviously. These things, maybe? Oh, don't give me the suck. Him in the dick, and he just laughed. But I need to be jumping. Really, truly hitting him in the penis. What about these statues, perhaps? Perchance. Now, the thing is, you do die, I'm pretty sure, at least. I guess I've never let it happen. But if you have a health bar in the spirit realm as well. If you die in the spirit realm, I think you do actually die, like, to death. If I need to light my sword on fire. Or, like, light these things on fire. Because the fact that I'm allowed to leave is kind of different for this game. For this boss battle specifically. I can do something with, well, with either this or lighting my sword on fire. I do love that feeling of panic and be like, oh god, he can chase us out, at least to some degree. Because I'm trying to remember where we found the torch. There's this. I could do something to insult his ego by, like, stabbing the statue. I think it works that way. I could, like, lead him here, maybe? Yeah, when he does his ground pound, yeah. Yeah, for sure when he does the ground pound. That avoids the stun situation. Thinking if I would understand them saying, like, if we had to, like, light our sword on fire and use the fire ability, I could definitely see that. Just could, like, draw him to this area right here. The sun's shining through. Here we go, here we go. I'll light this on fire. No, I cannot. But can do is Spirit Realm, get my health back, and light this thing on fire and see what that does. To get my health back to full. I don't know if you need the fire sword. That's a required thing in the game in general. Gotta throw this at him so I can, like, stun him. So, like, laugh it off. Laugh it up, fuzzball. If nothing else, I don't even have to hit him with the melee attack. I can just do the charge shot. Or the range shot, that is. Gonna say the same thing? Yeah. Same cutscene. I sure am. So that kind of like... Oh, shit. It's ready. Oop. It kind of like changed this color a little bit. I don't actually know if it's... Yeah, maybe not. Maybe it's not doing a damn thing. Keep looking for like openings. We have to hit his back, maybe? Like hit him from behind. Hitting it from behind, as it were. Too slow. I mean, yeah, I could try fucking with the statues. Thing on the throne upon which he was placed. Statues, he's like holding a weapon. I could just try melee. Oh shit. He's glancing off the range shots, although he's not like laughing at them the way he laughed at the other ones. Ah. Maybe when he's doing the soul suck. Maybe there's something there. Oh, shit. And maybe there's something to that where I can, like... He's, like, kind of running around like that. Yeah, it's like, so let him hit me. Let him initiate that thing. So, I guess that's what Frax was saying. Like, you can, like, jump out of that. Well, it still seems like it damages you, though. Okay, I thought for some reason maybe it wasn't damaging me. The thing I can, like, around here. It'd be very funny if I said to break the glass. Just start your ground pound thing so I can take a shot at your glass. Do it. Do it. Come on, do the ground pound. Come on, come on, you can do it. Am I too far or too close? Do you know what I'm trying to do? I'm trying to, like, take a shot at that thing. Yep. Oop. Oh, fuck, I didn't jump in time. I thought I jumped, but I didn't. The way he just kind of wilts away, he's so sad. Okay, fine, whatever. If you're standing still... Yeah, it doesn't go. What if I let him get soul suck me? Thing different? Pretty samesies. Yeah. Jump out. Well, I definitely am getting low on health. That is a little scary. I pondered about, like, you know, can I just keep... Like, yeah, so, like, yeah, can I kind of draw him closer and closer. So could I bring him to that, like, lighted area earlier? Like, I was gonna say, is that as far as he goes? No. Okay, so if I keep going in here, Ah, shit. There we go. Surely it's not this simple, right? Bring him to the light. Probably not, probably not. Here, I need to get my health back anyway. Shit. We just sadly kind of dwindle down. Get our health back and get into the physical realm and see if we can get his ass with the sun. That's my best thought right now. Praxis, we might be here for a while. Yeah, possible. Very possible. What's up, Ace? Can we give him the suck? I never thought of a suck off. Never thought about the suck off, man. Look at that fucking dingus. Sitting there thinking he's so cool. I went the solution. I might take a nudge in a little bit here. I might experiment around a little bit sexually, but... That doesn't do any damage to us, obviously. Now, the thing is, he might be too smart to get too close to the sun, unfortunately. Drag him back this way. Hey, bro, come here. It's gonna be really cool. I promise it'll be so cool. You'll love it in this nice sunny area. Oh, shit. Oh, yes, I'm vulnerable. Oh, I'm so vulnerable and frail. Oh, I'm so... I hope a big, strong man doesn't try to fuck my shit up entirely. Oh, I'm so vulnerable. I don't think he's feeling for it. I'll push this back so we can at least use it later on when I need to get back to my bad self. I wonder if we have to, like, lead him somewhere else. If only it was gonna be that simple. Have him move the blocks for me. Now it's a genius move. Going all around the world. Around the world. Every time. Can we just leave? Can we just go out the front door? Aw. I thought we had a thing going, man. Oh, jump. Ow. He didn't do like the weird like circle thing. He like runs a circle around you. Where'd you? Oh, he's right there. Oh, now you're running away from me. This is getting weird. Yes. Follow me. I don't actually know if this is the right way. I'm just trying shit, man. Ooh, can I blast his ass? The way we blasted these motherfuckers over here? Unless that was a one-time thing. Here, I need you to stand. Could you stand like right here, bro? I'm gonna drag, yeah. Because we did use this room to pretty good avail. Yeah, get right here. Stay right there. Stay right there, bro. Thank you. You're being so cool about this, bro. You're being such a homie. Ain't no fucking way this is gonna work. Ain't no way he's just gonna stand there. Ain't no way he's just gonna stand there while I'm gonna be like, hey, bro, let me just... Hold up, let me just, and he's like, what's he doing? I'm gonna let this play out. No fucking way. Now, also, no fucking way will this work. Bro, what if, though? What if that's the solution? He's just, oh, maybe? He was just standing there for a second. Oh, guys, we did it! Oh, we're gaming! Someone did say, yeah, Augusta did say it is a puzzle boss. You can't defeat him through normal means, gotta use your environment. Which is actually how the previous boss was, too. We had to use the environment to blast his ass, too. Can I give him the suck? Come in for a hug. We're a hugger. Bring it in. All right. What cool ability do we have now?
Consuming Dumah's soul empowers you to wind a constricting band of spectral energy around your enemies. This energy manifests itself in both the spectral and material realms, and in the physical world, it can be employed to manipulate otherwise immovable objects.
When he said Dumah's soul, all I could think is, by consuming that dumbass's soul. Yeah. So let's see. They said, like, you can constrict things, like, in a circular motion, kind of like what he was doing. So is it, like, click and hold, maybe? Or, Q, or yeah, I'm just... Is it, do I do the suck? Maybe we'll get, like, an explanation of how to use it. The thing is, we might need to use our cool new ability to, like, reach a new area. Could head back to his boss chamber, but I don't think there'd be anything new for him necessarily. So, like, yeah, so like just so all you have to do is just run around something, and that would do it. Yeah, on enemies and items. Does that mean, like, say, like a block, for instance? Like, could I, if I were to grab these guys? Of course, these are already normally movable, so maybe that's a bad example. I gotta push this back anyway. Gotta spin like him on the dudes. Yeah, that would be extremely funny, Ace, if this was just like a complete dumbassery solution that I just kind of stumbled into. I'm not afraid of some dumbassery. Probably figured it out. I mean, there were only so many places we could have gone. So, like, which is to say, the fact that he was able to follow us out of the boss arena, that to me was like an indication that there was something special or different about this guy. Anything else? Oh, right, here we go. So, yeah, so moving this thing. Circle object, here we go. There we go. Cool. So, yeah. That's really the base. So, if you see something that seems interesting, seems important in some way, but you can't move it under normal auspices, you have that. That's right, we got the gamer sense, bro. I'm not the best at shooting, though. Not the best shot. I like when their entire body is bloodied. See how many shots for you to become vulnerable to a kill. Like this. Blam. And this. I missed. Ow. I suck. Just in time. Oh, a rare case where you have to kill the bad guys to continue. That usually doesn't happen. Usually killing the dudes is a nice to have, but not a gotta have it. You know, the room's important though, because you get this thing, which I think restores your glyph power. I can use Din's fire much as I want. Badass, and then instantly get the juice. Get the juice back. They removed it from the other games though? Yeah. I mean, it's a little weird. The thing is, like, how do you know what object is a worthy object for consideration? A worthy object for, like, yeah, running around it in a circle and trying to affect it. Like, the statue is one thing that stuck out pretty well, but others not so much, or others it's not so obvious at least. I'll look around and see what else there is in here. That's the thing, you check the physical realm and then the spiritual realm. I think he said that you can do that little spinny move in lots of ways, so I could potentially have him open that door for me. In fact, I might even try that. That's in the cutscene where it showed a door opening. I don't think it was anything in here specifically. We gotta come back. I think we gotta, let's rotate this guy again and see what the happening haps are. As yeah, the door we came in is also closed. Let's see, was this where we came from? No, it's not. This is another kill room, presumably. Oop. Little heart piece action. Ow! I need to kill you. Oh, I know what's going on here. Stand right here. Your friend fucking blast your ass. Ow. I'm dead! As the souls of the damned are plentiful. Can I just pick this up while I'm here? In the spirit realm? Yes, I can. So I could just leave, but I don't want to punk out like a bitch. Mama didn't raise no bitch. We should save? Yeah, good point. Let's go ahead and save. Wink. Now, if I have a... And right here. So you're blasting his ass. You're punching his ass, I'm blasting his ass. We are not the same. Boop. Dead. Ow. You guys are bulky boys. Ah, fuck, never actually got him. Goddamn. Even just one-on-one, these guys are tough. Guys are tough. More of a brain gamer than a skill gamer. Let's be real. Even that is a dubious claim. Is Alex a skill gamer? No. Is he a brain gamer? Let's not get too ahead of ourselves. Am I a high skill kind of dude? Not particularly. Am I a high brain kind of dude? I mean, not particularly. The number of times I have dumbassed something on this stream. The number of times it's been like, Alex, how did you miss that? It's like, I don't know. I don't have an answer. I think my brain doesn't work sometimes. So yeah, I'm very middle of the road. Middle of the road kind of gamer. What can I say? There's usually some kind of draw to it. Right, that makes sense. Like in this case, you can see there is a circle kind of pattern on the ground. So there will be something to kind of point it out. That makes sense. That's behind us. I really want to do is bop him in the fire, not you. You. Yes! Yes! Jab. I'm gonna do a quick suck on you first. I'm gonna suck your homie, and then I'm gonna suck you. Just kidding, I'm gonna blow you up. Use of the brain, who needs it? Just waste a lot of space up in there. What a waste of organ matter. Have like a little, of course I guess we're outside right now, that's why it's like a snow slope. We did all that for a purpose. Maybe there's a thing available now, so if I do another circulation. Maybe something did open up elsewhere. Thinking like what could we need to use the fire sword with? Right, is there a fire sword porpoise even that I'm unaware of? could try a few of the other ones. Yeah, was there something that the fire sword thing would prove to be nifty? It also occurs to me that maybe the whole point of this area was not to bring us... Well, let's see, because, yeah, I thought it showed, like, a door opening at one point. Thought one of the animation... One of the, like, cutscenes was the door opening. As what I was about to say is maybe the whole point was just to give us the heart piece, and that was it. Well, this game's equivalent to the heart piece. The health increase piece. Uh-oh. Did I not do it good? Sir? Hello? Am I going the wrong way? That'll go back the way we came, right? Yeah, I feel like I was rotating one direction pretty consistently. Seems like it's just a little bit wonky. This room. Yeah. That's not a door. A little bit on the wonky side, which is fair. I think if you get too close or too far away, there's a sweet spot. Yeah, like it cuts off sometimes. Okay. You know what that boss that we just fought earlier was? What it reminded me of? It reminded me of the... It was in Half-Life. Half-Life 1 has a boss similar to that, where it's like invincible to all of your weapons, but if you lead it into like the blast chamber, it fucking eviscerates it. A little bit on the buggy side. Here, let's go. Let's do the original. OG shit. It's like if you get too far or too close. There we go. I think this is where we came from ultimately, originally. That's how you do it. That's right. Was so Frax, I might request your intel. Was there anything else in there we need to worry about, or was that whole sequence just so that we could get a heart piece, get a health increase? Because I think we could just leave, like out the front door, just leave. See if there's anything else in the throne room, but I'm gonna guess probably not. We tried like blasting the glass. It'd be very cool if I could run around these things. Move them around. No, they're too big. The circles have to be a lot smaller, it seems. So it would seem. Yeah, walking the door with, yeah, with the right color key card, right. You need the red card, the gold card, the blue card. Just our... Okay, cool. Thank you, Frax. Thank you, bud. Because in my mind, I was like, I think I'm ready to leave. It's a cursed place. What I'm maybe not 100% sure about is... I'm like trying to think of places in the game that have an object that we couldn't interact with that now can be rotated. I'm thinking of things that are kind of heavy and kind of important looking, but so far we had no interaction. You know what? I know the exact point. I know the exact point. There was like it's like a sundial-like control that moves a bridge around a central pivot. I think that is what we need to go to next. Tries different things. It does. I mean, it was late 90s. I think I'm going the wrong way. It was late 90s and we were just trying shit to just throwing shit at the wall and seeing what would stick. Some things did, some things did not, such as Frax pointing out this particular mechanic that we just unlocked is something that never shows up in any of the subsequent games. I kind of get it. I kind of get it. There was something like that in the Drowned Abbey. Yeah, you're right. You're right, Frax. There was. There absolutely was. You're exactly right. You are 100% correct, and that is the best kind of correct. Oh, you know, I remembered. There were other entrances or other exits in that room. That's what it was. Another exit. The combat's okay. Yeah, the combat's it's serviceable. That's kind of how it went in games like this, you know. The combat in this game is maybe one step up from like I don't know. Like the original Jack and Daxter, I think, was a really good platformer. But and it had like a couple, it was like a couple of attacks, a couple of like attack moves, but nothing fancy. I think the original Jack and Daxter, which was, I guess, a PS2 game in all fairness. I mean, that's not a very good comparison, but I'm trying to think of other games that were kind of analogous to this one, where the focus was on other aspects. I mean, Mario 64. Mario 64, the combat in that game is, you know, practically non-existent. At least in this game, you can, like, lock onto enemies. Like, that part's kind of cool. At least this game has that going for it. Actually, this. Originally, I was going to see if I can keep my fire sword, which I worked so hard to acquire, but I might have to abandon it. That just drops us back down here, yeah. And then you go to the spirit realm, you'll lose your cool fire sword. It's so cool. It's actually the opposite of cool. It's quite warm. Quite warm. If I drop down that away, do it. Just go out the front door. Makes it nice and easy. Not that one. I mean, not a ton of uses, right? Yeah, I don't doubt it. Which is probably for the best. I'm worried that there are going to be enemies that you have to use them on, because that seems like it would be annoying. Having to, like, run circles around an enemy. To, like, force him to rotate or reveal a weak spot or something like that. Fucking hell, I keep going the same damn places. I was saying earlier how using a map to navigate in some games makes certain things too easy, but I would actually welcome that for this particular area. I think it might be that one right there. Or, no, is it? Just walk to the entrance from here, even in the physical realm. That's back to the same area. Okay, well, I guess I was full of shit then. Back to the spirit realm it is. There we go. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That, okay, here, yeah, I recognize this. Now we're in the right situation here. It's the Razio clan area and then the switch. Yeah, so is there, yeah, because the one I was thinking was the, like, this, it looks kind of like a sundial. And it was, where was that one? It was kind of near the human citadel, I think. Kinda, sorta. Actually, no, I guess they both are. The human citadel absolutely was closer to the one that Frax is describing, which I think is an optional one. I guess, like, the sundial one, it's like by a bridge. I guess I can't remember where it was. I'll know when I see it, though. It was kind of, like, I think I stumbled upon it near the start of the game.
An ancient enigma. In the bowels of this labyrinth, your master awaits.
Labyrinth. It was around here. Let it be known, that was the last, like, I think, standard boss that we'll have to fight in this game. I think from here on out, the only dude left to deal with is going to be the big man. I think Kain is our next target. And if I had to guess, he probably has his own dungeon. I'm sure his dungeon's probably a doozy. That is what we're dealing with here. Blasted idiot. Okay, so this is the one we saw earlier. Oh, okay, so this is not the one I was thinking. But we probably have to fuck with this. Gotta be the way the opposite end is pointing, so do a couple more times. I think we need to deal with this one. This one actually might be required. That door looks awfully ominous. I'm gonna save. Yep. Some games copy others. Yeah. I mean, 3D adventure games in the 90s from this game's era, a lot of them had similar notes. And they would try to mix it up in some way. You know, this game, of course, with its aesthetic and the vibe, compared to something like Mario 64. Like, there's things that are similar between the two games, but they're definitely different. Yeah, there's enough different to keep things interesting. Right, so that's how that would be like the next required area. Yeah, I'm thinking of at least one, but I think 2 areas where there was something significant that was on the ground that could be utilized. Lose our fire sword, which is a shame. Okay. Yep. Yeah, I think I could find the one by the human citadel fairly easily. What I'm more unsure if I remember. Jump up from here. There we go. The other one. I want to say that other one was over this way, maybe. Kind of poke around here for a little bit. It is getting pretty late. I have to wrap up pretty soon. But I want to, like, poke around a little bit. See if I can find this thing somewhat quickly. What am I doing? Wrong button. Thought I saw the fire. Just gonna miss all of my punches. And just jam this up as urethra a little bit. Just a little bit of urethral sounding. There we go. Yeah. My sword back. And I can still throw this at people. Make them sad. This is towards the Razio clan? Okay, cool. I'll know what I'm looking for. I'll know when I see it. Yeah, because this is the area we explored in the beginning of the game. Haven't been here in a while, honestly. This door, because that, of course, is the warp pipe, the waypoints. Oh, you're not dead? There we go. So yeah, I think we were here earlier. Even we emerged from that water area, walked up this way, blasted some booties, some booty blastins. Not that. I wanted to attack. The range attack specifically. Bam! We can actually walk through, like, we can actually open that door, not having to phase through it like a doofus. Chunk. That. There we go. And might as well fire sword while we're here. Might as well. Wink. Here we go. This is what I wanted to see. This is exactly what I was looking for. I thought there was maybe one more kind of like this, though. I thought there was maybe one other thing. But I don't remember for sure. Can I raise this up first? Nope, can't do it. Let's try the dealio. Did it move? I mean, it did. Oh, I have to just flip the switch again, maybe. There we go. Now, we have, like, so this is the one we were at earlier. Right, this one and then 2 more after it. Okay, so that would give us a refill of our big blast juice. Big blast we can do with the medallions, the medallion energy. I'm just that's not flying. It's falling with style. That's falling with style. And fancy there. remember which direction we went the first time. I think we actually went the other way. This feels like it was correct. It's a very weird and very goofy little power from the boss. I mean, we were seeing him using it on us. The thing is, when he used it on us, what exactly did it accomplish? I mean, it maybe caused another bit of damage, but I don't think it like rotated us. Hard to get excited about it, honestly. Not the most impressive. Okay, another block puzzle action. Good. Get up there. Ooh. Oh, maybe that's like a glyph energy increase, perhaps. Perchance. I'm gonna attempt the same thing I attempted earlier. I'm gonna do it good this time. I'm gonna be a good gamer. You're all gonna be so impressed. More block puzzles, man. This is what the homies have been clamoring for, and by homies, I mean me. I've been clamoring for it. Secretly hoping one more sliding block puzzle before bed. I always sleep better with a nice block puzzle in me. What can I say? What can I say? Nice too that with the presence of this middle platform, I'm pretty sure that means you wouldn't be able to get soft locked like I did that one time. Those things means you'd have like a means to always be able to get to that second layer and yoink it. Also doesn't hurt that we have the projectiles this time, so we have other ways to push the blocks around. There's one with like 10 blocks. Oh my god. I'm guessing that's probably in the last dungeon. The final boss dungeon that I'm sure it sounds like we're nearing we're like on the doorstep of. And hook. Oh, come on. Maybe I pull it back a little bit. Because we've had some pretty good doozies with block puzzles, but I'm sure it would not shock me if the best was yet to come. The first time finding one of these, actually.
Your glyph energy capacity is increased.
We went this long into the game without finding one of these. Went from 8 to 12. But it is optional. Okay, it is optional. If I see it and I'm like not feeling it, not required. But it is out there for the block enthusiasts. For those who just love a nice big bulging veiny block, rather. Sorry, I got excited. I think we were going in this direction. Glock is the gun. That's a pistol. And hello, fella. I'm just gonna blast you twice and light you on fire because this sword is extremely overpowered. Heart piece. Unless, wait, is the floor gonna open up? Is there a trap? Am I being punked? Where's Ashton Kutcher? It really is that simple. Cool. Now here's the thing. We of course know where one heart piece increase is. Back in the Silence Cathedral, there was that one block puzzle I need to go back to avenge my former self on. Right the wrongs that we experience in history. We do still have that kind of on our like kind of in my back pocket, that is. Yeah, I would say like the stuff that we get, like when you get the ability to climb walls, to climb certain walls, at least that of course unlocks new areas. When you get the ability to swim in the water, that unlocks new areas. So yeah, anytime you get a new ability by clearing a dungeon, you use that new ability to explore new areas that were otherwise not reachable. You definitely have that in this game. Kind of like, yeah, Metroid, that kind of deal. Metroidvanias. I wouldn't exactly call this a Metroidvania, but it does have that as a mechanic, which is pretty cool. What I can't remember is... Man, I thought there was another area kind of by the human citadel that had that same kind of sundial thing in the ground, that same kind of motif. And we're kind of by the human citadel right now, but I don't know if there's like a nifty way to get in from here specifically. This, of course, is an area we haven't been to in a long time. But this is an area we went through in the very beginning of the game. We made our way to our first encounter with Kain. Also, I like how in the original, when the first time we came through here, we were susceptible, I think, to the rain hitting us. I think the rain caused a health drain. But now that we have the same resistance that allows us to swim in the water, it also allows us to resist damage from taking damage over time being received from rain in the ground. Of course, the sun doesn't. We don't mind that whatsoever. Yeah, so it's helpful, but yeah, like some of the powers are more generally useful than others. The ranged attack power is like incredible. Oh my god, the camera is fucking wild right here. The ranged attack is great. The ranged attack is great because, oh my god, there we go. Because you can use that in combat, and it's like legit helpful in combat. Oh, I'm here. Okay. How's about this? Let's just go to the human citadel, which I think I'll recognize as being this one. Let's try that one. Yeah, I don't really love how the camera was getting kind of wonky on that one. But yeah, we know for sure the big way forward is going to be through that one door we unlocked just outside of Dumah's dumbass area. Temptation. The temptation to just murder a human civilian for no reason. To say, why aren't you on your knees to please, sir? Citadel, but it's really just kind of like a little town, little village. A quaint little village. Only a little bit ominous and domineering. It was like somewhere around here, maybe. Is this just bring back to the teleport area? No. Hey, wait, I'm sorry. Are her legs like sunken into the ground? Only a little bit. Only a little bit, yeah. I think this just brings us back to the big room we were just in. Actually, I kind of like this character model. Yeah, I think I like that. I mean, it's a little bit. I think the color palette a lot. I like the color palette. It's pretty good. This guy. Hold on. Are your like what's with your arms? Oh, okay. It's like, are your arms like covered in blood? What is that? What's wrong with you, sir? You require assistance? Goes down this way. I feel like I'm kind of grasping at straws. Yeah, I might be misremembering. Of course, did this earlier. Yep, and of course, all those blocks, of course, do persist. They persist in their location. So once you've moved them, there's no moving them back. I think we'll just go and wrap it up here. I'm gonna actually, yeah, let's go ahead and save because I've also look at that. We've gone through 31 saves. We're almost to the point where we'll do a save number 32 and then wrap back around and resave over slot 1. Let it be known, of course, we went for 3 hours without saving with slot 1. By that point, I didn't realize how saving worked in this game. We went to the end of the stream and said, oh, that's how it's gonna happen. So anyway, yeah, so we'll pick this up next time. We know we'll need to warp to what's it called? We'll warp to the Oracle's Cave, I think. Yeah, the Oracle's Cave. And you know we're getting near the end of the game because the list of stuff, the list of known locales is dwindling rapidly. Now, we haven't found every single teleport area. There's at least 2, maybe even 3 glyphs whose locations are unknown. We of course have the fire glyph. We know where the force glyph is. We know where the sunlight glyph is. There's probably, I'm gonna guess, a water and a wind glyph. So that would account for 2 of these 3. 3 locations up here I've yet to see. So at least one optional zone we've never found, in addition to the one that remains. So good progress. We're clicking along at a decent pace. As long as the final dungeon doesn't take 1 billion hours, I would say the chances are good we could be able to beat this game tomorrow. Not that I'm like in a huge hurry. I'm not like trying to like, you know, fast track and like blast through the game or anything. I'm definitely trying to savor it. But at the same time, I am excited to at least start the second game. At least start Soul Reaver 2. Will we beat Soul Reaver 2 before we can get into Defiance? I would say the chances are probably not great. I would say this we'll definitely be able to start Soul Reaver 2 before we start Defiance, but I'm not so sure we'll be able to beat them, or beat it, that is. Just because I like to think I've streamed a decent amount of time. 3 to 4 hours per instance is usually pretty good, but not like huge long sessions. Unfortunately, I'm not able to start very early. I have to start my streams fairly late, unfortunately. If I could start earlier, then the streams would go longer, obviously. But this is kind of the extent of what I can pull. And then you know, and every once in a while, of course, I have to, you know, cancel or reschedule streams. It happens as things come up. As my schedule is always in a little bit of a state of flux, just kind of day to day, evening to evening kind of circumstances. But this was good. I'm glad we were able to knock out really the entirety of the ruined city in one sitting, which was nice. Thank you to Frax and Ogasso for looking up some things for me and confirming a couple things and helping out where I needed a couple nudges. You guys are definitely helping this kind of go along smoothly, because it's very easy to get stuck in some of these games. I know, Frax, you remember when you played this game back in the day. I know you remember what it was like in those days of getting stuck, getting confused by certain puzzles, certain areas that were maybe not always so obvious, not always the most obvious as far as their intuitiveness. Just how it goes. Appreciate folks hanging out with us. Thank you again to Woo for the raid. Thank you to Woo for the raid. Appreciate you a whole lot, bud. Thank you for chilling with us. Thank you. We had a couple of fun redemptions tonight, MS Paint challenges and the like. And I should be back tomorrow, by the way.